provide the stage. So fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me, no. I'll let you live for the entertaining. God of all creation, God of your creation now. So fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me, no. I'll let you live for the entertaining. God of all creation, God of your creation now. I'm not your religion, but I am your God. It takes more than scripture to get you to stop this facade. I don't think you get it, I have already won. My name has been branded right onto the flesh of your tongue. Trying to tell you that I'm not the one. But whatever's whatever, and when it is all said and done, you wish you could be me. The sentence was to end my life. Chance for repentance be denied. They want to see me crucified. A man's hysterical delight. I cry out, God forgive them, for they not know what they are doing. They see their barbarism simply as amusement. I'm not your religion, but I am your God. It takes more than scripture to get you to stop this facade. I don't think you get it, I have already won. My name has been branded right onto the flesh of your tongue. Trying to tell you that I'm not the one. But whatever's whatever, and when it is all said and done, you wish you could be me. You wish you could be me, wish it were that easy. I'm not of your species, it's not worth competing. You wish you could be me, wish it were that easy. I'm not of your species, now bow down before your God. It takes more than scripture to get you to stop this facade. I don't think you get it, I have already won. My name has been branded right onto the flesh of your tongue. Trying to tell you that I'm not the one. But whatever's whatever, and when it is all said and done, you wish you could be me. You wish you could be me, wish it were that easy. I'm not of your species, it's not worth competing. You wish you could be me, wish it were that easy. I'm not of your species, now bow down before your God.
Wheat and pasta and yogurt, it tastes like heaven. Wheat and pasta and it,
I just started there.
yeah.
We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Playing hero, Rogoni side of your door. You're the one who will get to seven. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago? Hey, we got ups, but I wouldn't say we beat. How the saying goes, it's a two-way street. Get me on the pipe, and you know they had a tweak. I'm just trying to lay my name, you get what I'm speaking. We entertain the masses, and anywhere the weekend. There's some asshole think that he can press the lead and put the whole squad down, get out within the weekend. But we stars, boys, so continue going see. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Play hero, Roroni, Kenshin. We kick to the side of your door. You're the one who will get to seven. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago? Talk big game till you load it ain't one. Catching nails on this track's another freight ton. Not a single dub, so you gotta make one. G, get domino, trying to cook some great stuff. You can keep ducking, this be the season, but nothing we done and new in our treasures while casually pressing your buttons. You keep pretending and nothing, but we can tell you be frontin', try threatening us with a poker, but your face looking all tough, and we calling out all the bluffs, and we telling you what is left, and we saying enough's enough, but you trying to keep acting tough. If you really think that you run, let me tell you, you ain't the one, cause the song will be nothing speakers, and the whole team finna pump it, y'all. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Played hero, Roroni, Kenshin. We kick to the side of your door. You're the one who will get to seven. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago?
We eating pasta in your head. It tastes like heaven. And we eating pasta and it good. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What's weird?
My mic is picking up my keyboard.
Don't you have a loud keyboard though?
I do, and I'm just wondering if maybe that would be why. There we go. Yeah? That's why that was. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, can I crank
Yeah.
that mic up a little bit more?
Accidentally setting my kbps to 22,000 definitely ruined the stream for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's okay now, but I don't recommend that. Are you playing Party of Your Lifetime on your
Yeah.
intro?
I'm so glad you've noticed. I've been playing it for like 3 months. Great.
I don't listen to your intros. I'm sorry.
I know. No, you're fine. Hi, chat.
Good evening, bigots. Oh my goodness, that's very
Hold
mean.
on, I need to be able to get Discord audio so you guys can hear Akko.
You know, maybe if I go into graphic settings, maybe I can change how the thing works.
Yeah.
Borderless. Will that fix it?
Oh, yeah.
It does fix it! Holy shit! They finally fixed a damn thing in Genshin I hated for so long!
So, anyone who may have noticed last night's stream, because I actually ended up listening to a little bit of it right before stream, I noticed you guys could hear my keyboard. I realized that the Elgato noise removal wasn't properly installed or turned on in my Wavelink app. I turned that on like 2 minutes ago, not even 2 minutes ago, like 50 to a minute ago, 50 seconds to a minute ago.
Yeah.
You shouldn't hear the keyboard anymore, chat.
Congratulations. Welcome to
welcome,
Dogwave
Gabby.
chat.
Welcome to Dogwave. We're actually calling it Dogwave now.
We are just gonna call it Dogwave now, yeah. Pretty much. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
That's
Minus the little remnants of yesterday's headache. I'm doing really good.
That's good. Oh, I
Chat, for those
forgot.
who don't know, when I have a headache, my headache lasts it's one day, and then I have remnants of it the second day, and then it's gone the third.
I
No.
forgot that in Genshin, you have 14 days to like earn a returner's reward. So now I'm gonna like,
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna make Genshin my new TISM game for a little bit. They do have a new area to explore too, so
Fun. To be fair, I will totally admit, while Paimon's VA is gone, you will still hear her.
oh no, I'm not gonna hear her. I play this game in Japanese. I ain't
Well,
hearing any
but
of the English VAs ever fucking again. I'm sorry.
The point, but the point stands though is like just because she's done doesn't mean that she's out of the game yet.
Yeah, it's gonna be a few months before you actually hear a new voice acting.
Yeah. But welcome, chat. Welcome to Dogwave.
Oh, I need to reset the goal. The monthly goal is we now
Just
need
keep in
to
mind that
reset the
Greta's
goal.
voice lines are still probably in the game until they finally get the new stuff that she hasn't already. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So
Pretty much.
attached temp to the booba who's waving the dog. Yeah. Hi, I'm dog. I wave.
Oh goodness. How's everybody doing today? How many lines does Paimon have? Well, Paimon is the most voiced character in the game, so I'm gonna say probably half of the game now. So
Oh no, sorry. You said that my brain went to Wooklamot.
well, Wooklamot is the most voiced character in that expansion too.
No, we're 14 in general.
Really?
Yeah.
In all of 14?
Yep.
That's insane.
Yeah. It took one patch and a full expansion to do that.
Well, there you go. I mean, like, I don't think anybody... I think everybody all agrees that Wooklamot sucks ass, but, you know.
And he's just as bad as Corina.
I would agree. I would agree.
So, thankfully, they're getting rid of her. Likely. They actually
Likely.
have not confirmed that.
They have not confirmed that they are getting rid of her. But
Well, here's the thing,
they're
too.
inching her out of the game, which
They are
makes
inching her
me
out of the
excited.
story. So, whether or not she's actually gone from the role, her presence will be heavily toned down.
Yeah.
Which is, both are fine. Both options are fine.
Mm-hmm.
The only ENVA I like is Venti, and we will probably have a new hit. Oh, yeah, no. Venti's VA is based. Because Akko lightly forgot, Venti's VA is the one who did the Shut the Fuck Up song.
Yes. No, I remember that.
Okay. I just know you have the memory of a goldfish.
There we go. New goal, chat. New goal.
Did
Chat.
she get fired or she quit?
We'll
We're
get
gonna
into
get
that.
that.
We'll get into that. But soft answer is she's out. Basically.
She's out. Yep.
She gone. Or they gone,
so
because I
Jack-
think they identify as a they them, I think.
Yes.
I don't want to be hyper bigoted here, so we're not going to
Hope
be.
I wasn't late. So, for anyone who's wondering if we've already talked about the Genshin and Paimon stuff, don't worry. That's going to basically be the majority of the stream.
Yep.
So,
That's good
we
shit.
haven't started that yet. We actually want to get through some of the smaller topics first, and then we'll just dive straight into that.
And while we do that, I'm going to be playing Genshin in the background because a promise is a promise.
I
So-
have made no such promise.
No,
I
you
will be
haven't,
playing
but
Final
I'd
Fantasy
have.
14. Because I still have some Occult Crescent stuff to do.
Oh my gosh, we can just like watch the most recent shit in the game. That's awesome. Oh, there's a cook in Genshin now? Whoa.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Chat, because this is a savvy post on my screen. I was using it to test. It's about Corina. We're not talking about that yet, but that is a part of it.
By the way, you can share your screen if you'd like, and I'll pull it up.
Yeah, sure. Let me do this. Whoa. Okay.
Don't share.
Sorry.
Don't share your shit.
Sorry, when I hit the share thing, Discord did some updates.
What did it do?
Just making things look a little bit cleaner.
Ah, okay.
We're using this one. Get you to the gross anyway. Mood. All right. So chat, we're gonna talk about a little bit about 2 games, or well, 1 game and 1 console. You all can probably guess what console I'm talking about. But first,
is it Xbox?
no, it's Switch.
Ah, okay.
Nintendo.
Oh yeah, Nintendo's been being dumb again. If I remember
Nintendo
correctly.
was a shitheel this week.
Yep.
Again.
I remember that.
Anyway.
I remember that. So take us through this here. What is happening with Stellar Blade? I'll
So
actually pop
the
that out.
demo for Stellar Blade came out in PC this week.
Oh.
I have not played it
Where'd it pop
because I
up?
want to go into Stellar Blade blind.
I haven't
but-
either. I was thinking about it. When does it come out? On the 20th?
On the 11th, exactly 10 days before you arrive.
Yes. Did we want to talk about that, by the way?
About you visiting?
Yes. Chat, on the 21st, I will be gone. I will still plan to do some form of streams. Thank you for the follow. However, I am taking a vacation on the 21st. I have not taken a vacation in like 3
I think
years.
the last time you took a vacation when you last visited?
I don't know. It's possible. No.
It
I
was
visited my
no,
parents last
you-
year. No,
Yeah,
not last
you did
year.
that.
It wasn't last year, but like I went to visit my parents where they live.
Yes.
But
Okay,
like
but before that, it was to visit me back during COVID.
yes, pretty much. So
Okay,
I
which is
don't.
why I took my last vacation.
But yeah, so chat. I don't take vacations, really, if at all. And so because I don't take vacations, we've decided that I'm going to take one. There's a couple reasons why I need to take one. My teeth need some teeth work, and Temp is offering me free teeth work. So that's very nice of Temp. We very much appreciate Temp for that.
Yay!
Along with that, I just need a vacation. So
I will probably not stream as much, but I have offered Akka the use of my streaming computer because I really don't have it set up proper to do dual PC streaming yet anyway. So Akka will have the option to use that and my old microphone while Akka was here.
right, I forgot that I leveled up myself to the current max on my adventure rank.
But that will be on the 21st, which means, chat, Temp is a dentist? No, chat, I'm not a dentist. I just have my means. I have methods. But chat, what this does mean, though, is the Saturday streams for the 21st, neither of them will be happening. That means whatever we plan for that afternoon and Baldur's Gate 3 will not be happening that day, which actually means, chat, there will only be one Baldur's Gate 3 stream this month.
Oh, I didn't know that. Also, chat, we're going to do a wish right now. We're going to see if I get the... Unfortunately, we don't got the new Pyro Girl, but which I've heard is like very sexy. But we are going to... Let's see here. Sorry, you keep talking. I'm just going to look here.
You really? Okay, look, the difference here is Magma is it's a multi-hour drive to go get Akko.
I think we'll do that.
So I will not have time.
How lucky will I be?
Summer Game Fest next Friday. Will you
okay.
be here to watch it? Yeah. So Akko, yes, Akko will at least be where Akko lives for that. I am actually planning on streaming Summer Game Fest on Friday. So
What
again,
time is it?
That is at 2 p.m. my time on Friday.
Okay.
You are welcome to join me when I
I
watch
already
it.
got this guy. We'll see, yeah.
But that does mean there will also be no Final Fantasy VI this week either, chat. I do apologize for that. Next week, we're back to Final Fantasy VI, though. No matter what. Next week. Not next week. The next Friday. The 20th. The day before Akko arrives will be Final Fantasy. No. 13th. God, sorry. Anyway. So the Stellar Blade demo came out.
Yes, it came out, and a lot of people are going through it and breaking it down just to see how it's going to work. And my
They broke it
assumption
down.
is they're breaking it down to see how it works with Denuvo.
Yes. And so this post says specifically, the Stellar Blade demo runs buttery smooth at very high settings with NVIDIA DLAA, so frame generation,
Okay.
1440p, and 144 plus FPS. No motion blur or camera shake. Finally, no more motion sickness.
Well, that's good.
And they clarified they're using a 4070 Ti Super.
I think that's what I use, right?
No, you have one card below that.
Okay, so
but
I'm
you
like,
will be fine.
yeah, I'm like a 4060,
And
right?
you don't run 1440p. You run 1080p.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm not really interested in running in 1440 personally.
I do. It's not. But they have committed to using Denuvo still.
Okay.
Manga Lawyer also made a post saying running Starblade at demo at 4K, max setting 60 FPS with a 3080 overclocked.
Okay. Oh, was it? No,
which
sure.
is very impressive.
Where's the
because
pin button?
4K is very intensive.
I imagine it would be very intensive, but it would definitely be something worth doing in my personal opinion. There's the pin.
I mean, 4K is another like a luxury thing. It's not like
Yeah, I'm a very rich bitch and I can do it kind of thing.
Exactly.
And I am not a very rich
60
bitch, chat.
60 FPS on 30. And remember, chat, this is 4K 60 FPS max settings 3080. Like, if you ran that at even 1080 or 1440p, you will be fine. So the devs really took the time to optimize this game. And we have even
Which is
better
nice. It is really nice that they did take the time, you know?
Oh, absolutely. And the devs won the fight against Sony.
Yay! So now it's purchasable in all countries,
It
right?
is purchasable in all countries. Yes. So no more cross-region problems. It is just good to be available. And people were being like, okay, great. Stellar Blade is, available for this. Hey, Sony, when's Helldivers?
Helldivers ain't gonna happen. You know that.
Helldivers not going to happen.
That ain't gonna
but-
happen.
Yeah. Understand the sentiment, though. It's like they allowed it for this. Well, why not just allow it for their other games,
Yeah.
So,
Almost like
well,
Shift Up likes their players. No, I agree. They do like their players because they know that if
Yeah.
they make their players happy, they'll make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. So, we will see in the long run what happens here, but Shift Up has definitely won the fight against Sony.
For now. Well, I mean, not even for now. They've just won.
Yep.
So.
I needed to turn on my light so that way the camera perfectly picks me up.
Okay, you're good.
Anyway, so like that's basically it about Stellar Blade.
I forgot that my username is now visible, so people can definitely ask to join. I don't know what I can do in this game when I'm not when I'm in multiplayer chat. I guess I can add people, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, good. My apologies. Continue.
I saw a comment about Marathon. Sony's gonna need all the cash they can get if Marathon dies. So when I do responsibilities around the house, I basically turn on YouTube on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
But that means I can't use an ad blocker. I use the YouTube app.
Temp story. Temp time.
I got a PlayStation ad today that had Marathon in it.
Really? I thought they were stopping the marathon ads.
Yeah, I thought they were too. It wasn't specifically Marathon, but Marathon was in it.
Okay.
So maybe it's already a pre-made one and they just didn't remove it. Maybe because it might not be a specific Marathon one, like very specifically Marathon.
Yeah.
They probably didn't care as much. But it was there. But Destiny was not there.
Destiny. Well, I mean, like, Destiny isn't doing a whole lot right now, isn't it?
Destiny had its new expansion announced.
But that's about it. They really don't have that much.
Yeah, that's like next month, I believe. Yeah, you can run ad blockers. No, I know I can run ad blockers with the browser.
Oh, I'm
but I'm
missing
using
so many
the app.
characters.
Anyway, so on the other side of this, so like, Shift Up is doing great. Love to see everything Shift Up is doing. Nintendo, on the other hand, That post is actually gone, but I can read it here through Discord. From Culture Crave, some fans are already receiving the Nintendo Switch 2. It is locked behind a day one patch and cannot be used until June 5th by a Wario 64.
Yeah, so the Switch you are unable to use until then. That's insane. That's insane in my personal opinion. I can't believe the fact that they're doing. I mean, like, I kind of get it. Not really, actually. I think I really don't get it.
The same way too.
I really just don't get it because it's just like, again, it's a piece of hardware that requires the internet in order to work, meaning that it's not something that you actually own. It's a brick that you're allowed to play on as long as you are happy. They are happy with you. So I don't like that. I don't really like that one bit, in my personal opinion.
No, I agree. But I think the other consoles, specifically Series X, S, and PS5, do that. So
doesn't make it right.
It doesn't make it right, but I don't agree with it.
No,
it doesn't make it right, but and Wario 64 also made another post. Can I pull up the actual image? I can. Another person shared with me that they have a Nintendo Switch 2 as well. I have no permission to post pictures, but can share that when they try to boot a Switch 1 game, a message prompts, please connect to the internet and update your system. So you can't even play Switch 1 games on it without the day one patch.
Which is on the 5th, right?
Yes. So that's 4 days from now. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but next week very well may be a Nintendo focused week. We will see. But someone that got a Switch early actually tried hacking it already. Now this is, I don't know where this post was, but it's Pirate Nation.
Yeah, I got it. A very big distinction, by the way.
Very big distinction. And the post actually says, some hackers got their hands on a Switch 2. Meg Switch. Do you know what a Meg Switch is?
I do not.
Okay, it's basically like a cartridge that allows you to hack your Switch.
Okay.
Or rip the games, I think. I don't know. So Meg Switch has it and immediately locks out the Switch 2, turning it into a brick. Ends up boot looping.
That is insane.
Testers that prod the flash storage of the ROM chip, it immediately locks out the Switch 2, turning it into a brick. The Switch 2 detects have some weird protection that can detect voltage changes that tools cause when scanning the chips, even when it is minor. Unless an exploit is found and doesn't result into a brick when implemented, it won't happen in a long time. I know 3 testers that were working on hardware and software modding and know what they were doing. Just find that any work immediately bricks it, and Nintendo gave a troubleshooting step to reload the firmware from SD card, but it's stuck in boot looping. In the end, it had to return to Nintendo, and they no longer allowed to be testers and had to pay for the console. Otherwise, it will go to small claims court, as it has some form of integral or internal reporting that unauthorized use was made. Apparently, another tester had an early access to a game, and it crashed and rebooted, but no longer worked until the reinstall of the firmware. So it may be a sign that an exploit that triggers a reboot to run unsigned code is out of the question, as the firmware will refuse to run and needs a clean firmware. Also, FYI, reinstalling firmware from SD card is not offline. It is a generic app that only connects to a Nintendo server to get the latest firmware, meaning it doesn't allow to install specific firmware version and can no longer be used as a workaround. Best bet is hope for an emulator and a way to dump Switch 2 ROMs.
No, I will be doing that. I will definitely not be getting this. After this, I'm just like, I'm not really interested in touching the Switch. Not really. I even debated, because I know my mom told me when we were on a call once that she was like, she wants to have her own Switch because the family already kind of has one. Oh, geez. My apologies, chat, for that. Thank you for the raid. Don't know why it didn't show. That's really upsetting. Thank you, Avenged, for the raid. But no, I'm not interested in a Switch right now. I'm gonna be real with you.
No, I'm not either. I will probably end up emulating the next Xenoblade game.
You think so?
I love Xenoblade. Xenoblade was probably going to be the reason I bought a Switch too. But if this is the case, I will probably just emulate it. Which sucks because I might still buy it just to be like, hey, Nintendo, I still bought your game. Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, yeah, my plan is still just waiting for you to be lazy, and then I will pay you to just make me a whole bunch of ROMs of the games I want.
Fair. Our final bit of Nintendo news before we get on to the Paimon stuff, because it's also a great way for people to actually jump in to be prepared. Paimon stuff. Several retailers are canceling Switch 2 pre-orders.
That's right. So a lot of Switch 2 retailers don't have enough stock in order to give to... They oversold, and now they're canceling. I hope everybody gets their money back. If they don't get their money back, I'd be so pissed off.
The only one we're hearing about for certain is Walmart. Who's surprised?
Maybe Walmart has enough. I don't know.
No. Yeah, no. Walmart is the one that doesn't have enough. Walmart is the only one that's actively saying they're canceling pre-orders.
Yeah.
Just emulate all Xenoblade. Chat, I have a basic Switch. I can still play like the stuff on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's it for Nintendo. Is like when the week started and all this Nintendo news was coming out, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be so stacked full of Nintendo news because just shit kept rolling out.
Yeah, and
then it just stopped.
It's just not that interesting. I'm gonna be honest. It's like there's a point where it's just I think it's fine to cover Nintendo news. However, it's kind of not like being interesting in my personal opinion.
No, we're getting to a point where it's like, and this was expected.
Exactly, and this was expected.
So chat, we got 2 videos. If we make it to these videos in enough time, we do have other stuff we can talk about. But I doubt we will make it through everything.
We'll see.
Do we want to listen to the interview first or go over Savvy's post?
Let's go over Savvy's.
You were the one that linked Savvy's post.
Let's go over Savvy's post first, I think.
Okay, let me get rid of these so they're not in the way. So Savvy made a post about the interview because the Genshin Universe posted basically the very small bit where she said she's no longer playing Paimon. But Savvy says, admits it's not about AI protections, but forcing an international company to go union. Knows she will get recast. Knows Hoyo won't sign. Upset a man in Japan was given a job so he could feed his family. She deemed that lesser than her need to feed herself. Has acted like a complete piece of shit through all of this, making it harder for English voice actors to be seen as respectable.
That's fine with me because I've never respected any of them, so, you know.
There's a lot of good ones. It's just they're always silenced by the bad one.
I agree.
I know I'm harsh for the English industry of it, but my feelings have been around since I was 9. That's 24 years of festering thoughts. Seeing localization butchering and hearing a difference in delivery and seeing the difference in handling the craft. I also genuinely believe that SAG has gatekept actual talent out. It's bad for everyone. They signed with AI companies after the Hollywood strike without a vote because all those sheep thought they were against AI when they just want the money. And everyone will be happier if they went away. In this instance, the trash took itself out and will never be hired again.
Amen.
If a company doesn't want to deal with an infant.
Amen. My personal opinion.
Now, chat, I'm gonna admit, privately with Akko, and there was a DM in a group chat as well. Chat, before I say this, who here has played Baldur's Gate 3?
Okay, that's not very nice. That's not very nice.
I'm just gonna explain it. Switch 2 is not getting worth getting?
No. Not for me.
That is up to you. If you deem it a worthy purchase, go right for it. I'm not saying you specifically, Avenged. I'm just saying like you, anyone. But like, if that's something like you're not interested in a computer, you're not interested in anything like that, you just want to Switch, you know, there's no reason not to. It's still gonna have good games on it. It's just Nintendo's being a shitheel.
Yep.
Okay, well, if no one's played BG3, I won't mention it. Because, but either way, she's not aged well.
No, unfortunately, she is not.
If you were to see the thumbnail I made today, it uses an older image of her, and she looks much better. And I would almost even say like a little hot back then. Now, no.
I definitely think she's unfortunately aged a little bit poorly, and I do wonder how the VA scene does that.
Admittedly, that there is a point here where it might be okay because they are voice actors. As long as their voice maintains the same tones, like, fine. But maybe take a little bit of like personal health care.
Yeah.
I want to talk because I don't.
Have you seen the pictures of Corina before she joined SAG? Yes.
Yes. She was a lot happier. She had a Karen look to her, though.
Yeah.
Which says a lot now. Because she really is Karen. Anyway, so that's what Savvy said. Who wants to listen to the interview? That.
I do. I've been waiting all week.
Do you believe the collective worker?
Okay.
Here.
I guess Ethel looks like a competition and she's winning. Welcome to Malice.
That's very mean.
Someone said it. Let me get over here to my game thing so I can play video game while this is going.
By the way, chat, while we are getting started with this, don't forget to like and subscribe. By the way, use code MommaOcco10 at AdvancedGG if you want 10% off of your order. I have had a few people order already, which is very nice. So thank you very much for that. I have even ordered my own product. It's going to come, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm very excited to get some of that in my system. So I fully endorse it.
She's looking for a sign from God.
She's looking for the ceiling cat, chat.
Yeah, I guess I should chill. If you like the content we produce, greatly appreciate if you like, subscribe, hit the bell, all the fun regular stuff. We're trying to get 500 subs on YouTube. Because at 500 subs, I have promised chat that I will play Resident Evil 7 for the first time. So if you want to see me be a little bitch, there you go.
Any flavors? Let me tell you the ones I ordered. Chat. Let me tell you the ones I ordered. Hold on real quick. I have ordered mango lemonade and raspberry lemonade because I'm a lemonade whore. So those are the two I ordered. I believe they're both energy as well. And the reason why I went for that is because I need something in the morning to help me out with work. And they use green tea, which is a good way to do that. By the way, if you super chat, we'll read it right after we go through this here.
Yep. Okay. So let's get started. Actually, I do need to move this to another screen, which is perfectly fine.
Thank you, user, for the follow.
Okay. Let's go.
Refusal will end when the strike does, even if Hoyo doesn't sign the agreement.
Actors are too afraid to say anything because the minute that we do, we're blacklisted. I know I'm blacklisted from the last studio I spoke about this about. I had sent word to Hoyo that said I refuse to come back until the game is union specifically. Remember,
Amen.
A year or two ago, I had come forward stating that I had not gotten paid within 7 months, for 7 months.
They should pay her, by the way.
I'm getting more into debt because I'm.
They should pay her, by the way. I think Hoyo should pay her and then tell her to never come back, in my personal opinion.
Yep. No. Yep. And that's really what she wants. It's just leave. She wants money. So give her the money and tell her to shoot.
Exactly. Exactly.
Not getting paid on time.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Paper Bag Boy here. So today we are interviewing Paimon's VA, Corina Boettger.
Former Paimon VA.
This is an interview, not a debate.
Well, hold on. She hadn't said she wasn't voicing her at this point.
I know. I just feel like I need to make that known.
Fair.
So I expect everyone in the comments to be as respectful and cordial as possible. So hello, Corina. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. I've been reading a lot of books lately because I've been kind of sick, so I haven't been able to stream or anything, but I've been reading a lot of books, and I got into Fourth Wing. It took over my life.
Yeah, I saw that on your Blue Sky. I saw that you posted about it.
Yeah. I got my other friend Kaylee Mills into it. She then became obsessed with it so much that she got her nails done inspired by Fourth Wing.
No way.
It was really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So how did you land the role of Paimon in Genshin Impact?
Pause real quick.
So it was like,
I just want to say, chat, I am shrinking this so that you aren't beholden to her face all of the time, and you can enjoy game if you are watching. Otherwise, for those that are just listening, that won't really matter. Anyway, you can continue.
Okay.
every other audition that you kind of do in the industry, got a random audition from my agent, and it was like, this is project, and I don't remember what the code name was at the time because they don't tell you what you're auditioning for ever in video games because of NDAs and stuff. But it was for the character of Paimon, the female traveler, and also Amber.
Oh,
You know, I wish she got Amber. I'm going to be real with you. I feel like she would have done better as Amber, and we wouldn't have had to hear her so much.
maybe.
Chat, how much do you wish that she became Amber? Because Amber doesn't get any screen time. Holy shit, that's
Blue
hilarious.
Sky account, opinion disregarded.
Yeah, I don't think she uses Twitter anymore.
Yeah, no. I don't think she does.
So.
And I auditioned for it, then turned it in, completely forgot about it until like a month later. All of a sudden, I get a call from my agent saying, "Hey, they need you to come in for a callback for Paimon." And I was like, "Great! I don't remember auditioning for that." So then I went back, re-listened to what I auditioned with, and then walked into the callback. Saw that my friend Chris Fiella was.
This is not entirely unheard of. One of the more recent examples I can think of when it comes to this specifically is actually Loki. So the actor for Loki, Tom Hiddleston,
Yeah.
when the first Thor movie was coming out, he actually went and auditioned for the role of Thor.
No, I know. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, and all niceness to him, he never would have gotten Thor. Never, ever,
No,
ever.
But
He is not
the point stands is like, that's what he went in there for. And while he came out with a better role, the point stands is like, even if Corina went in there with the point of like auditioning for like Amber or Lemaine, and she got Paimon.
Yeah.
Which, I always forget how grating her voice is, and I listen for 10 seconds and my ears bleed. And we get to listen to this for half an hour.
Yeah. At least she's not
And
trying to sound
realistically-
cute. She's just trying to sound normal,
Yeah.
which
The
isn't much better.
No, yeah, it's not much better at all.
That's a turtle.
I did finish that.
director, and I was really excited because I love him. And he was then like, "They don't want this to sound like anime at all." That was a lie, by the way. They want it completely grounded. So it's really funny because what I auditioned with Paimon was much closer to this sound than what it ended up being.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How different do you think your life would be if you actually landed the role of the female traveler? Do you think it would be any different?
I think I would have recorded a lot less.
Yeah,
It'd be
because
like
the
a
female
lot
traveler
less
never
drama
talks.
going
Yeah, I know, and it'd be wonderful. Dog, this is torture. We're not stopping it. This is it for it.
We got to go through it, chat. We got to go through it. We can mock it as much as we want, though.
on right now?
I don't know. Drama happens to everybody.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Oh, I hate that lion. Oh, no.
What?
He sounds like a bimbo on helium.
Oh.
Oh, God, I can hear it now. I hate that. Lemaine talks sometimes, right, but not enough to make it be like problem. So if Corina did voice her, it wouldn't have been nearly as bad.
Yeah.
So what was your reaction to actually landing the role? Did you know it was going to be such an iconic character or not?
I don't even think Hoyo realized how big it was going to be. So like, I also did not, like, I knew they basically said when I walked in for my first recording, you're the Navi of this world, like from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And I was like, oh, I've always wanted to be Navi.
Why? No, MiHoYo. MiHoYo. Please tell me you did not actually say you're the Navi of this. And they gave her that voice. That's too on the nose.
That is pretty damn on the nose. I think. I feel like if I was Nintendo, I'd be like, "Yeah, we're gonna sue you now."
I would have almost said okay, just to get.
Bring back the
Dude,
Smash
nothing would've
Schizo.
changed.
I'm sorry, chat. The Smash Schizo is done for the week.
I can rank up now.
I know
Yeah.
people find her annoying, but I like her.
I do too, actually. I like her a lot.
Yeah, I like it. And so I was really excited. And I also didn't realize that it was going to be a continuous thing. I remember getting it to the end of like 1.1 recording, and then they were like, okay, you're done. And I thought, when did we save the sibling? I'm sure it'll make sense when the game comes out. Fine, I'm done with this game completely, because we had just got went against Storm, the dragon.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know the names.
Yes. We just and it ended there, and they said I was done, and I thought that meant I was done. And then they had called me back like a month later, and they were like, hey, you have pickups. And I was like, oh, okay, that's normal, pickups, right? Why do I have a 4-hour slot for pickups? That's a lot of pickups. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to question it. And then I go in, and then they're like, yeah, you got about 10 pickups today. And I'm like, and I need 4 hours for that? And they're like, well, then you're going to continue on with 1.2. And I go, what do you mean 1.2?
So you find out that you were doing more?
And then that was when the director was like, oh yeah, you're going to be recording this for 5 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my goodness, that's insane. So explain to the audience what is a pickup?
So a pickup is let's say you record something in normal fashion. You're going through the script, you record something, and then either later on in the editing process, they discover, oh, we need to record this differently because something in the video game looks different than how we originally described it in the script. Because they do make changes based off of that sometimes. Or one of the writers is like, I think that could be worded better, so let's re-record it. Another reason they could even do a pickup is sometimes they've said, so you put emphasis on this word, and we actually want emphasis on this word.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as that. And then on the very rare occasion, sometimes, when you're in the recording, you're recording there for 4 hours. The sound engineer is probably sick of hearing me because I have that high-pitched squeaky noise he has to listen to. And mind you, when we record, it's only one person recording at a time. So he is listening to only a high-pitched squeaky voice for 4 hours. So any sound engineer would be like, oh, I hate this. And maybe they might have missed a tiny little glitch in the thing that they in the recording that they can't edit out, so then they'll pick up for that.
Yeah. So when you're in the studio, are there any other voice actors at all?
Nope, there is just me. So basically, the script
all alone.
Praise be, she gets to listen to her own voice.
She's self-aware. Oh, Chad, I think she's extremely self-aware. 110%. 100%.
It's in front of me. Also, we don't get the script in advance either, so we are cold reading everything.
That is to stop leaks.
Yes. 100%. That is to stop leaks.
Doesn't stop shit.
No,
you know
it doesn't.
What? I
but
know the intention.
I know. Yeah, I know exactly why they do it the way they do it. It doesn't work though.
Yeah.
Holy shit! The materials in this is so
the
long.
script is in front of me. I get to see what the other characters are saying, and if you're lucky enough, the director will also be cool and read what the characters are saying, so that way you can kind of play off of it. But no, we don't have the other actors there at all.
Yeah, that's different than I thought. I thought you would kind of play off of one another. So Paimon's voice obviously has a super high energy vibe. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, I think everybody does. How do you get into her headspace for recording?
So my idea with Paimon is that like part of what helps any voice actor come up with a voice for a character is looking at the character itself. Half of her face is her eyeballs. So if you just yeah, I know. If you just imagine
That's
all
horrible.
of the air coming out of your eyeballs, all of a sudden you get this nasally voice
my
already.
God.
Oh my gosh, I hate it so
And
much.
then,
Stop.
Because Hoyo wanted it really high.
Oh, I hate it so much.
Even the dog is like, stop.
I have a headache that just came up like instantly.
Sorry. You will never be able to unhear the bimbo like me. I have spread the curse of misery that loves company. Can we listen to glass on a chalkboard instead of her voice? And the leaks occur because of data mining. Exactly. The leaks occur because of data mining. Also, I would rather listen to glass on a chalkboard. Yes.
I feel like
but
MiHoYo does a
no.
good job with leaking, though.
Yeah, they do.
I don't think like they've had leakers in quite a while, personally. Make it
Yeah.
stop.
Spanish for stop.
Sorry, chat, it doesn't stop.
We're at 7 minutes though. We're making good time.
Oh,
And then also like part of like I always had it added a list on her. Like it's a very light list, but it is there. So Paimon kind of has a list attached to it.
oh, I hate it.
And
I
then,
didn't think
like,
about it,
when
but now that
comes to,
makes
like, the
sense.
attitude of-
Now you can hear it. And
Now I can
never
hear
unhear it.
exactly. It's like Paimon has a lisp. Oh, I hate you.
That
Why
makes
would
it
you? Why would you
worse.
give her a disability?
Really? And this is why Paimon has no inflection in her voice. Because this girl is at the top of her vocal spectrum.
Pretty much.
of Paimon, it was like what Hoyo had told me was they wanted her really talkative. They wanted people to think that she was annoying, and that they wanted this idea of a very childlike floating character hanging out with you. And I was like, great, I voice children all the time. I know exactly how to do that.
You act like a child
That's also
too.
something I don't think a lot of the fans realize is that there's nothing that's going to happen in voice acting that the director does not want, or that the people.
That's false.
Very false. It happens all the
That's false.
time. Sometimes they just
Borderlands
gotta make do. She crippled Paimon. Yep. She did. Thankfully, Paimon is gonna get uncrippled in hopefully a couple of patches.
I don't quite mind the high-pitched voice.
I do.
I mind the tone specifically.
I mind the person
Because
doing
you can
it.
do a high-pitched voice properly.
Charge don't want.
That it's what the client doesn't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, the director has.
Damn. Why would you give her a disability? Because art reflects the artist.
Oh, that's right. Because Paimon does, or Corina does kind of have a lisp, doesn't she?
She does. That's why she even said because she has a little bit of a lisp. That's why Paimon also has a lisp, because that's technically hard to remove. Because the actor does it, the character will inevitably do it as well.
Yeah. Also, Chad, I forgot I have to re-download the patches for Japanese, so we're just not going to have any noise in this game.
That's okay.
For the rest of the stream. Yeah, so, yeah, there you go. Also, I am so, bad at this game now. I know for a fact I'm going to die a lot. Anyway, continue.
To gear the client to do something that he wants, but at the end of the day, the client is the one making those choices. And I remember being there on my first day, and doing what I did for the audition, and they were like, "Can you do it? Can you go higher?" And it's literally the Hoyo client that was sitting there saying, "Go higher, no higher. We want it even higher. Can you possibly go higher?" And I was like, "You know what? Here you go." And I'm a ridiculously high-pitched person, so
already.
that.
Yeah,
You don't say.
Yeah, and then it kind of grew into what you have today.
Yeah. So with obviously Genshin has a huge voice cast. Do you get to meet any of the other VAs? And if you do, what is the atmosphere like with them?
I actually know most of them from previous stuff. For example, Kaylee Mills, Brianna Knickerbocker, Jenny Okabori, Allegra Clark, Zach Aguilar, Joe Zija, all of those, a lot of those people, Alejandro Saab, we were all friends way before, because in the voice acting.
We can tell.
Alejandro.
Oh my gosh.
Alejandro was in Genshin, because he's a VTuber as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh. What VTuber is he?
On the lead.
Oh. Well. Listen, they're all VAs, and I don't.
He's one of the Sayus.
He's what?
He's one of the Sayus.
Okay. I don't watch Amelie. I really don't care about her.
No, that's why I said one of, because there's a few of them.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is I don't really like any of the VAs, and even though I don't think Amelie is a horrible person, she is a VA, so... Sorry, chat. All Nepo VAs? Well, VA work is in general a Nepo thing, because you can't get in it unless, like... You can't be a VA unless, like, people like you already, and it is kind of just like... Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So, you know...
I mean, technically, that's not necessarily true. Because you do got to start somewhere.
This is true.
Your continued work does kind of reflect on the opinions outside of the space, though.
Yeah. All I'm saying, chat, is if you're a VA, I don't trust you. All right? Amelie? Yes, that Amelie. All I'm saying is if you're a VA, I have very little trust in you in general. So even though Amelie might not be a horrible person, I still don't trust her because she's a VA. And I think all VAs need to get out of the work, and that VAing in general should be extinct, and we should do nothing but let AI do it, because I would prefer to have AI than a lot of these people.
I'm going to disagree with you.
At least in America.
I'm still going to disagree with you. There's still quite a few fantastic American VAs. As I said before stream, is that they're just all overshadowed by the bad ones.
Yeah, but the bad ones need to go. I mean, I could possibly agree with a do-over, but first we got to just take down the entire market.
But,
no more market of VAs. Get rid of all of them.
That is one of the things, like I was saying, I said it in I was talking about it in, I think it was a Twitter post today, like Baldur's Gate. Like I think I'd mentioned in our Discord, actually. Baldur's Gate, Clear Obscure, Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 16. The space is being filled by more British actors.
Yeah, British actors know when to be the good. ENVAs have good apples. They do, but I feel like there's too many bad ones that they've spoiled the pot already. And I feel like we just need to restore... we just need to, like, tear down the entire industry, and then we can fix it.
Noble Heart has it right. We just need to get the politics out of the VA work.
We can do that. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with that.
Akko, that is the most brain-dead take I have heard, and I have listened to this interview.
I'm sorry. I just don't like very many VAs. Like, so many of them have screwed the pooch with a lot of shit, and so I just don't trust them.
I'm gonna attempt the bad ones are the gatekeepers of the industry. Well, I'm not saying the bad ones shouldn't go. The bad ones should go. They should stop, or at least be told, clean up your act.
Well, the problem is, like, it's now that we're finally getting VAs that realize if you don't just shut up and do your job, you're going to be left out. And which is what we should have been doing for a long fucking time. We should have been telling these people, hey, the real world doesn't work the way you want it to. If you don't, like, shape up, you're going to get left behind, and nobody's going to care about you. So I am glad at the very least it's happening now, but I am of the mind that a good chunk of the VAs that exist in right now, a lot of them are bad.
It's actually not even a good chunk. It's just it's the vocal one.
I guess so.
That's the problem. You'll notice like some Ben Starr. I don't know if I agree with his opinions, but you know what he doesn't do?
He doesn't open his mouth. Exactly. And
Chad, it's the ones that open their mouth that are the problem.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Chad, if like people disagree with me. I just don't like lots of these VAs, period. A lot of them have ruined a lot of what I like as an individual. A lot of them have ruined anime. A lot of them have ruined video games with their own personal politics. So I'm just like, we need to cut deep, and we need to cut hard in order to get the rot out of the body. And so I am of the mind that you can only do that if you cut as deep as you possibly can go. Jeez, I really suck at this. So, and I apologize, because I know there's some good ones. I just feel like the good ones are not being given the spotlight, and so maybe they can be part of this new VA world order the moment that we get rid of all the other ones.
Yeah, this is the vocal minority, always has been. Exactly. They were given a platform through Twitter. That was it.
We need to get the incestuous nature. We need to get rid of the incestuous nature of the VA scene.
Yeah. Jamie Marchi and Monica Rial were two of the first shit heals. Like, they've always kind of existed, but in the world of social media, those two were some of the beginning of what we're seeing now.
Fuck, why are you back alive now? What the hell?
Anyway.
So usually we all kind of know each other either through like meeting each other like at meetups that voice actors have, or like in classes.
Oh, your screen is blank,
you know,
by the way.
just because we happen to work on the same project.
Okay.
So eventually there's a meetup because of that. Yeah, and
Sorry. Because it's all on the same screen, and it kind of, because Discord works, I had Discord open on that same screen.
Oh, okay.
So it's not getting rid of the audio, but the screen it is. But I was replying to messages.
Fair enough.
I'll move it on to a screen.
They regenerate in 4 seconds? That's new.
All right.
for those of I did make some new friends too, like Sarah Miller Cruz I met through this game, Chrissy Kate I met through this game, and Yakko I met through this game. All lovely people that I got to become friends with. So it's kind of like a mixture of like a lot of them I knew from before, and some of them I like met through the game itself.
Yeah. So this is obviously where we get to a tough question. You know the drama that's going on, and we can't avoid it. It's something that has to be discussed. So why was Jacob Takanashi getting the role as Kanish received so poorly by the other voice actors?
The new character.
Oh yeah.
The
I
one
forgot the name.
that immediately got canceled because the actor was being a dick, or not being a dick. He was being an ass on social media, like all the rest of them.
Yep. Never mind.
And then he was fired.
Ignore
and
me,
they hired
chat.
a Japanese actor to take the role of both the Japanese voice and the English voice, because he could do both.
Right. Ignore me, chat, because I forgot what his name was.
The reason why is because in the United States, obviously actors stick together, and actors, I remember being a very young actor working in theater and being told, you never take the role of a striking actor. You do not do that. That is not okay. It's not cool. But even further than that, in the United States, we have a strong history of sticking by our fellow workers and not taking the jobs of those that are striking. And
it really depends on how bad the individual is. I feel like people in the United States would disagree with that statement. If the individual that is choosing to strike is a shitty individual, then we just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a lot of that's what with a lot of people in the United States. I feel like, but it depends. Anyway, continue.
Sorry, I'm gonna be killed for this, but I thought Paimon VA was the Batgirl you have on the channel talking the lawyer. So I want to message Ava and tell her this. I mean, she's not gonna be mad. It's very funny. But poor Ava.
That's so mean, chat.
I don't care any work. I actually messaged, says this doing scab work. Yeah. She is. Oh, I was actually talking to Malice about it right before stream, because he messaged me in the other video we're gonna watch tonight, which is tied to this. And he even said, we were talking about it, and said, I think this interview is the beginning of the end.
I agree.
Because she opened her mouth.
I agree.
And
Ava's gonna commit a crime? Yes, she will.
This strike was never about striking. It was about SAG getting more money and stopping other people from getting that money.
Mm-hmm.
That's all this was about.
And she knew that. I feel like she knew that from the very beginning.
No, yeah, she did. Absolutely. So.
Funny but mean. It is very mean.
Yeah.
you cannot like the way that I went about it. That is 100% valid. You're very welcome to have that opinion.
I think it made you a cunt bitch.
It has been a strong history that when a worker takes the job of a striking actor, you call them out.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you're supposed to do. And again, you don't have to like it. You don't have to like me for it. That's totally fine. But that's the reason why.
Yeah, I could see that. So is there any funny audition stories to kind of break the ice?
Oh, okay. So I auditioned for Sam Riegel once. And there is
Poor
a story
man.
to this because I got the callback for it, and I'm not going to say what the project was because it doesn't matter. I didn't get it. But I did get the callback. And it was around Christmas time that this was happening. And it was one of the few times that I got a callback where they were like, you're going to do the callback from home. So if you have any questions, call this number and ask Sam Riegel questions. And I was like, it's Sam. Oh my God, it's Sam Riegel. Oh my God. And when again, being trained as a young kid in acting, you are trained to stay in the room for as long as possible.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. Looks like Restream just had a shit fit.
Yeah, don't show your screen if you're gonna do that.
Give me a moment, chat. We're gonna fix Restream.
Tam, don't show your screen.
I'm not.
I am.
Oh,
Don't forget.
right. You are. I forgot you were.
It probably is too small, but just be careful, man.
Yeah.
Savvy asked me to add her on Genshin, so I think I'll do that.
Okay. Oh, we can resume whenever.
Yep, go ahead.
Which also means that if they tell you to call the casting director so you can try to make a first impression, try being the operative word, you do that. You call. Even if it's a question that you already know the answer of, does not matter. You call and you ask that question. And so I'm having a panic attack being like, oh my God, Sam Riegel, Sam Riegel, he's everything and he's so cool and I'm not worthy. And for some reason I got it in my head that I was calling like an office phone, and I wrote down exactly what I was going to say, and I called and it rang, and then it went to voicemail and it goes, hi, this is Sam Riegel's personal iPhone. Leave a message at the tone. And for some reason, that made my panic worse. And all of a sudden, I couldn't read the words on my page that I wrote. And call that I left on his answering machine was this. Hi, Sam. This is Corina Boettger. I'm calling about the auditions for the callback for enter character name here that I definitely did not forget. I just had a few questions about the callback. So if you could call me back at your earliest convenience, I would really appreciate that. God, that was terrible. Click. When did I say that? Oh, it was terrible. He calls back later, does not mention this horrible email.
You probably didn't even hear
that I
it.
left on his personal.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If we had time, I probably wish we would have timestamped this, because a lot of this is just not necessary from this woman.
Yeah, it's not.
Or
We're at 13
person.
minutes though. We're just about halfway through.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm just saying that, like, a lot of this is so much fluff. I just want to hear her say "fuck you" to Genshin.
See, we all want to hear that, but there are clips that probably don't have the whole story.
Yeah.
I'd like to get the whole thing.
Chad, I will cut a lot of the fluff out when I do turn this into a video this week. Anyway, continue.
Phone, and I still have that number in my phone today. He does not mention it. He actually apologizes to me, saying, I'm so sorry I didn't answer. My kids have been sick. And I was like, what are you apologizing for? You're Sam Riegel. I'm just Corina. I know what, but whatever. I ask my questions. We have a good conversation. He goes, yeah, I just think you're really funny. And I'm like, oh my God, he thinks I'm funny. Did not get the role. I get a call back for something else 6 months later.
Yeah.
And I walk in and Sam Riegel's there. And so are two of the producers for this show. This is also something that I didn't get. A lot of voice acting is hearing a lot of no's, so it's not a big deal that you just hear a lot of no's and it's fine. You'll get over it. But I walk in and I'm like, and I was thinking beforehand, because I knew Sam Riegel was going to be there because it said who was going to be in the room with you for the callback. And I was like, I have to bring it up. Maybe I could just be funny and be like, and this time I won't leave an awkward email on your cell phone. Right. And so that way I break the ice and, it's a funny moment and it's not a big deal. So I walk in and Sam is like, hi, Corina, I'm so excited to hear from you again. So he definitely remembers that we've had a conversation before. So I have to be like, yeah, it's great to see you too. And this time I won't leave an awkward voicemail on your phone. And he goes, what?
So he did.
Sorry. How old is the woman? Because she sounds like she's 20 years old. Apparently she's 35.
Really?
I don't. Yeah.
Even hear it?
He didn't remember.
Oh man.
And then, of course, the producers were like, well, now we have to hear about this awkward email. And again, your job as an actor is to stay in the room for as long as possible, even if it's to your own detriment, in telling a story about how you left the most awkward cell phone voice message on Sam Riegel's phone.
It actually reminds me of a story from whenever I was in 5th grade baseball. I called my coach, and I literally was trying to get him to come pick me up to take me to baseball practice. And I was literally like, all right, Dad, come pick me up. I love you. Bye. he showed up, and he was like, I'm not your dad. I was like, I can't help it, dude.
Hi, Ava.
It's the only other...
Ava's like, I came in to yell at some dude named Mike for mistaking me for the VA actor, but now I see what they mean.
I can't be mad. I can be mad, but I understand.
Mike did nothing wrong. Amen. The fact that she's 35 and acts like she has zero experience means I have a shot in the industry. Exactly. Like, I have thought about like sending a raw tape of my voice just in to see if they would accept it. I don't know if they probably would, but I would do it for very little money. All right. I already, like, I would just say, pay me like $100 for like an hour or two of work, which actually is probably more than she makes. But I would be useful. I'd say, listen, I don't start drama. I report on it. It's slightly better in my personal opinion, and so that's
you report
good.
on it, despite what a lot of people think.
Yeah, she looks like she's approaching 40. Oh.
Honestly, she has moments where she looks like she's approaching 60.
Yeah. Oh goodness gracious! But yeah,
Like,
this woman.
And the pink hair is not helping. Yeah, she looked a lot better with her natural blonde hair.
Yeah.
Sorry, they.
You remember, Temp? It's Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, by the way, chat. Actually, no. Excuse me. Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month as well. But make sure if you have not, go hug and sexually assault a man. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. But go hug a man, and if he wants you to, go sexually assault him. We got the Paimon VA in chat right now. The fuck is story mode? This is new. What?
Sorry. Thought I saw something. Welcome, friendly anarchist.
Oh, did you get raided?
No. Actually, wait. I didn't check me.
Is it on YouTube?
Okay. No, it was on Twitch.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Sorry, I saw Amal's emotes, and I'm like, wait, Amal was streaming when she raided me. I think Amal's doing something with Arch tonight.
I have no idea.
With Lumi and Rima. And Dev.
Fun.
Anyway.
Grown man that I had talked to at the time. Do you like anime at all? Do you like anime?
I love anime. I remember being a kid, like, of course, my first anime was like Sailor Moon, and then I quickly jumped to Ghost in the Shell because that's the pipeline, right? Yeah. Sailor Moon to Ghost in the Shell.
Not entirely wrong.
Was in love with manga because my friend was like, you like anime, here's Battle Angel Alita, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Oh, that is one of my favorites. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Oh my goodness,
so good. Battle Angel Alita is not given enough love, and the movie it was actually decent.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised. My favorite anime is Future Diary. Love that one.
Oh my goodness, it's so good. That's an older one, isn't it? Yeah. It's not one of the newer ones. It's pretty good. I like that one a lot. You obviously played Sailor Tennyako and Sailor Moon. What is your best period?
Moon? Oh.
I don't know when. And I know there's been multiple like Sailor Moon.
See, this is again why I can't listen to a dub anymore. All right, this is why.
All right.
Hmm.
They were doing borrowed trauma earlier. I just dropped this randomly. Well, welcome anyway. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Indeed. I think they finished already.
Yeah, I think they finished it too.
Period in your life. Do you have like a super awesome memory from whenever you were voicing that role?
So another funny audition story was when I booked it, because I remember the studio that was recording it at the time originally was Studiopolis, and I love Jamie there, who runs that studio, and he for some reason loves me. I still don't know why. And I remember telling him, hey, I know you have auditions for Sailor Moon, Sailor Stars coming up. I will be an intern on this show if I have to, Jamie. Please, like, I don't know what, like, I don't care if it's behind the scenes in production or, you know, voicing Walla for it. Please let me be a part of it. And I get the auditions. And it's one of those moments where, like, you never want to go into an audition with like, oh, this is it. This is the thing that you really want, because you're not going to book it at that point.
Yeah.
You're going to overthink it. You're going to put too much into it, if anything. And so, you know, I had to have that little autistic chat with myself of being like, you have to treat this like every other audition or you're not going to book it. You have to audition and forget. You have to audition and forget. And so going into that audition, they only had me audition for the Sailor Stars characters. And I did that. And then like a month or two goes by and I was like, well, I didn't book it, whatever. I can beg Jamie to be like an intern on the production side or something. Yeah. No big deal. That way I'm at least a part of this show because I love Sailor Moon. I watched it when I was a kid. Only to like 6 months later, get a call from Jamie being like, hey, you want to be in Sailor Moon? I was like, Jamie, don't go with me. and he's like, I'm not. They want you to be Sailor Tanyanko. And I was like, yeah, cool, I'll do it. And he's like, great. And he hangs up. And then I call my mom. The phone conversation went like this. My mom goes, hello. And I go,
I'm going to turn her down just a little bit.
Little boy.
I'm just turning it down on my side a little bit because she's way too loud.
Yeah, she's way too loud. Dad, how was that audio for you? Would you like it to be lower or higher? Please don't say higher.
If I had a nickel for every VTuber I'm sub to that mentioned Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. It's happened a lot over on Twitter. I noticed a lot of VTubers are mentioning it, so like more than one is mentioning it. It's just I'm probably one of the few that's going to mention it. I'm one of the few that's just going to mention it on stream as well.
Yeah.
And Ghost Stories.
Yeah.
Sounded exactly like him. And she's like, oh my God, are you hurt? Do I need to call an ambulance? And I'm like, and she's like, you need to calm down. I can't understand you. I'm like, I got Sailor Moon. I'm going to be in Sailor Moon. And she's like, oh my God, don't ever do that to me again. I thought you were dying. So that was probably my favorite moment, actually.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great memory. So are there any new major roles coming up for you soon, or is it still just
she can't say. She can't say
Paimon at the moment, but
well, no. She could say she has multiple or 1 or 2 that she's working on, but she can't say what it is. She can say, yeah, I'm gonna be in stuff soon, but not specifically what. But no, I'm expecting her to say something shitty about SAG. Because this interview was like this week.
Oh, fair enough.
If she says she's in something, I'm gonna
be honest. I don't even know what's going on in Genshin right now. I'm just skipping through the story so I can get to the next get to the new location.
I really want her to say she's gonna be in something.
Yeah, that would really fuck over shit for her.
Please say you're working on something. Please.
Is there any new roles that you have coming up?
Correct. After Jacob was replaced, I sent notice to Hoyo saying that I would no longer voice Paimon until they became union, so they'll probably just replace me.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting detail. Pause.
I do have other...
So... I guess this is a little old now, but basically back when the character was replaced, which was a little while ago, she stopped. But now it's public that she's not actually voicing. So So it's been a couple of months that she hasn't actually been voicing. That's interesting. That's really
Neat.
interesting. It's neat to know. And she's like, oh yeah, they're probably going to replace me. Bitch, they are going to replace you. 110%
Or
they're
have
going to
already
replace you.
replaced you.
I hope they have replaced you already. With the amount of time that's gone through, I kind of hope they do replace you personally.
No.
So.
Roles in
Fuck.
the mix right now.
Fuck.
A lot of them are under NDA, but something that actually came out recently that I'm actually really proud of. It is Robo Gobo. It's on Disney Plus. I voice a little snake character in it, and then I also voice some random other characters in some other episodes. So it's a really cute toddler show. I'm not in it a lot, but I'm in it a
Toddler
little bit,
show.
and it's a
Yeah.
That just sounds weird.
They usually are too.
I'm doing the interlude. Should I be doing like wait, I think that means that. Oh fuck! Are you saying that I'm like way ahead in the story when I shouldn't be? Fuck. Okay, then I'll try and jump back because I don't want to like jump ahead in the story. I kind of care a little bit. Anyway, continue. Like,
very adorable show, and it's probably not going to be anything that your audience is going to even want to see, but I'm really proud of it regardless, because it was like I've worked with Disney before on the on-camera side and also in an anime that they were producing. I don't remember what Disney produces, but this was my first like official actual original animation with Disney that I've worked on. So it was really cool. And Disney was really awesome. They actually gave me the, so in animation, when they're drawing the character at the beginning, they have like different drawings of the character to see, okay, which one they want to do, right? They have different drawings. And they actually gave me that cell that the 3 different choices that they went down with of what my character should look like. And they gave me that for my character. Her name is Sugar. She's Sugar the Snake. And they also gave me a sweater of the show. And it was really, I've never got.
What role she? So she said she was doing a show for Disney. But I think that show is already out. But that's still after the strike started.
wait,
So,
wait. Disney's already signed, so it wouldn't matter. So she can work on Disney.
yeah,
shit.
no, they've already signed with her.
Never mind.
That's
Never
the
mind.
thing,
Never
too,
mind.
you
Never
gotta
mind.
consider is that
Yeah.
despite the thing, there is still contract that fulfill. So
Free anything from any other project except for Ida Somnium Files. They did give me a free version of the game, which does not happen ever. So this was like the second time ever of me getting anything from anything that I've worked on, and it was really cool.
Yeah. But you obviously have like a direction that you want your career
I
to
feel-
go, right? So if you could have any role at all, like literally just any
what's up?
I was just gonna say, I feel like she's like, oh, it never happens that they give you free shit. I feel like if you're a respected actor, they probably would give you free shit.
Yeah,
I just feel like she's not
'cause I
respected.
see a lot of stories about like actors who show off the shit they get from the studios.
That is really funny. No, I just don't think they like you, bitch. I'm sorry. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Anyway, go ahead.
dream role.
Mothra.
Mothra? Mothra?
Yeah.
Mothra, like,
Like Godzilla Mothra. I want to be Mothra.
That's actually dope. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm going to be a monster. I feel like I could be a pretty good monster.
I think
Maybe.
you could, yeah. With a voice like that, for sure.
Okay, so this is where we get to one that all of the fans want to know. It's what everybody's here for. Do you believe the collective work refusal will end when the strike does, even if Hoyo doesn't sign the agreement?
So I can't speak for the rest of my castmates when it comes to this. So I'll
Why?
only
You've
speak on
already
my
been
own
doing
behalf
it
on this.
already. You've already
Yeah,
been
you've-
speaking for people. Why are you deciding to suddenly stop now? Are people upset at you and you are being told to shut the fuck up? That'd be very funny in my personal opinion. But why are
It
you
might
choosing
be.
to stop speaking now? Anyway.
I said earlier, when Jacob got replaced, as his character Kenichi in Genshin. I had sent word to Hoyo that said I refuse to come back until the game is union specifically. And the reason why I said union specifically, because I know some other actors, they just want an AI like protection signed. That's all they want, and they're willing to come back into work. For me personally, I will not come back unless it's union, and the reason why is because we are still having issues with getting paid within the 30 days as stated on our contract.
That's not MiHoYo's fault, actually. That is the individual agencies.
Yeah, because I don't think it's MiHoYo that is doing the
MiHoYo
payments.
But that's up to the agency to distribute.
So that she needs to go after the agency that that got her the
Yes.
contract then.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
If we still, and mind you, remember, I like a year or two ago, I had come forward stating that I had not gotten paid within 7 months, like for 7 months. This most recent time, I've been consistently not getting paid on a 30-day basis, but like for this one, it took 5 months for me to get paid finally.
Yeah, that's a long time.
It's a very long time, and I work paycheck to paycheck. And at this point, I'm getting more into debt because I'm not getting paid on time.
Yeah.
And if I still have to ask my parents to help me pay for my rent, I might as well actually take a stand here and say, well, I have to do that anyway. So knowing that my contract is not being obligated the way it should be currently in the state that it's in, it tells me that even if an AI protection were to be signed, unless there is actual enforceable protections, I cannot trust that it will actually do anything. And I look, you can have your feelings about what you feel about SAG, but at the end of the day, voice actors do not make enough money to pay for lawyers to be able to actually enforce what's in our contract.
This is one of those things. Actors do need to be paid for.
No, I
Like,
agree.
it's not very specifically, like, she's not wrong here for this.
No, I am in agreement that yeah, voice actors should be paid. They should get fair compensation. But I don't believe that I'm not really of the belief that itself is enough for her.
Now, Lion, I am gonna interject here. When you're saying that she's living to paycheck, reevaluate your career. I mean, yes, but also if she's in California,
She needs to get out of California.
Actually, did you hear that Newsom's up? Like, he's not coming back with this election?
Really?
Well, because his term is up.
Well, yeah, I
So
thought that like he had limited terms,
But-
so
No, apparently he has a term limit. But did you hear who the Dems are wanting to replace him? Kamala.
The election is this year, right?
No, next year.
Oh fuck! I was gonna say.
But you know what that means?
What?
She is very unlikely to win California based on the actual.
Yeah, but that means that you
It's
gotta
just-
get somebody that's actually worth a damn in California
Yeah,
to be a
that's true.
Republican. So,
By the way, sorry, I just want to interject because they're kind of out of the California topic. But she's probably in California based on what she has said here.
yeah,
Either,
are you ready for
California
Governor
or Texas.
Harris? Oh man, Governor Harris. Maybe she'll be a
Ugh.
secret Republican.
And what are you smoking?
I don't know.
Contracts, which is
When are you leaving Cali? Hearing this, I would definitely want to hold out until after that. Anyway.
these studios don't pay us on time because they know this.
I could definitely see that as like the main issue. That would be, if I was voice acting, that would be my number one issue, is getting paid on time, considering the fact that I worked in the acting industry and actually experienced it firsthand whenever someone blows you off again and again and again and you don't get paid for months. It's ridiculous.
And the fact that this has already been addressed once and it still has not been fixed, and it's 2 years since then or 1 year, but this is a consistent problem within our industry, is that studios regularly do not pay their non-union work on time.
Yeah.
regularly, and actors are too afraid to say anything because the minute that we do, we're blacklisted. I know I'm blacklisted from the last studio I spoke about this about. I know that.
That's definitely something that my viewers know about, because it's something that I bring up often, is the fact that in the voice acting space, blacklisting happens way more than anybody even wants to admit that it does. Whether it's coming from directors, casting directors, things like that.
For sure. And it's why most actors will not say anything. It's why we stay silent while we're suffering and just trying to get paid. And again, voice actors, most voice actors, like myself, are paycheck to paycheck. I'm on food stamps myself. I know several other voice actors in Genshin that are also.
I would not admit that you're on food stamps. Holy fucking shit.
No. Yeah, that admitting that really puts you at the bottom of the barrel.
To be honest with you, so many people in California are probably on food stamps. Holy shit. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that is so insane. Oh, that.
So on food stamps, or
Bruh.
they have 4 to 6 other jobs that they're working on besides just voice acting because it does not pay the bills. And so knowing all of that, and then on top not getting paid in a timely manner, this is very simple stuff that should be easy to do. And at the end of the day, technically, legally, it is the studio's obligation to pay us on time, but Hoyo is the one that needs to sign the SAG contract, so that way we actually have enforceable protections when it comes to this.
It's not going to happen, though.
So for myself, I will not come.
It's not going to happen. Not only are they not going to do it, I don't think they can legally do it either, because again, they're not an American company. As admitting on you're on food stamps a trap card. It's not really a trap card. It's just like the fact that these kinds of people hold themselves up as like such a big commodity that they deserve to be like at the top of the food. And again, I know a lot of people that are very humble about it. I know a lot of voice actors that are good. But like the fact that she like tries to tout herself is such a big thing. And she's like, oh yeah, by the way, because I'm still in this, because I've decided not to get a regular job, because I've decided that I'm going to put my foot down on this, I have to now take out food stamps. It's just kind of like funny to me. It's just like, I thought you were like a very expensive voice actor and you're telling me that you're not willing to go work a normal job, so you're stuck taking food stamps out? You're saying that tax dollars are paying for you to live on food stamps because you're not willing to go get a normal job until you can get other work? It's just like, I'm sorry, but that's really fucking pathetic in my personal opinion. Like, if the job isn't working out for you, go get another job. I've done that before.
Yeah. I mean, you and I both have touted, like, if you want to get into streaming, have another job. Do not immediately make streaming your main job. And in this case, it sounds like that she has made voice acting her only job.
Yeah, and I wouldn't do that. Like, seeing the amount of money that voice actors make is just like, no. You should have a 9 to 5, and then voice acting can be a side gig. I know that, and like, just don't do that many jobs then.
Do Uber or, Uber or like any of those. Like, if that will help you put yourself right over the like the marker.
Yeah.
Like if you do voice acting work enough to, like, that takes most of your time, but you still need a little extra income. Those driving jobs are fast and on your own time.
Mm-hmm. Hoyo's Chinese and China's anti-union. Yes, exactly.
Yep.
They will not sign. Like, that's the thing that she just doesn't understand. They're not going to do it. Literally, it's not going to happen, and she should stop caring.
No, yeah. When Akko means my tax dollars, California, not in general mine, but California's. If she is in Cali, which based on this, she definitely is. Probably LA.
LA. I would assume it's LA.
Which is another reason why it is so expensive.
Mm-hmm. Most VAs have side hustles. I'm sure a lot of them probably do.
Or they try to do multiple voice acting gigs. Like, I'm going to use Xenoblade 3 and Elden Ring as a great example. Mio's voice actor for Xenoblade 3 was in Elden Ring, not even 6 months later. Well, no, probably like 6 months. Because Xenoblade was in August and then Elden Ring was in March. No more than 6 months, but the point stands.
Well, she probably recorded it long ago, though.
Right, but that's the thing is like the work, do multiple of it. Don't just sign 1 gig and.
Well, they probably don't sign 1 gig. I just think the problem is that it's such inconsistent work. It's just like I would not. It's again like with streaming and making videos. Unless you're like in the top 1% of content creation where you make thousands of dollars every single month, it's not worth it to just say, I'm going to drop everything and go straight into streaming. Unless you've got a partner that's like supporting full time. Like, no, absolutely fucking not, in my personal opinion.
Do it and not feel bad about you doing streaming.
Yeah. It's just bad. It's just bad. So
anyway, we're at 26 out of 29 minutes. We're almost done.
Hallelujah. I feel like I have learned really nothing of importance.
Oh, we've learned absolutely nothing.
Until it is union, because as of right now, I cannot trust that I will get paid on time unless a union is actually there, a union representative that can call them and say, hey, you didn't pay your actor.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. That definitely clears the air, I feel like, with a lot of people about, at least your intentions when being involved. And I definitely think a lot of people could be empathetic to that situation. Because
no, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I really don't. I agree that she should get paid. 100% she should get paid.
Oh, yeah.
But I am not really like. She's afraid that she's going to get blacklisted. Woman, you're pretty blacklisted already because of how you've decided to act. Like,
has probably just put that to bed.
Like she has put herself as a blabbermouth if she doesn't get what she wants, and so like she's going to get she's blacklisted herself 100%. I would not be surprised if she gets less and less and less work because of that.
Oh, yeah. You always need a backup plan. Yes, you do.
So.
No, that I definitely can. With not being paid and also being a contractor myself, IRL, it's something you seriously have to deal with. And if you don't have anybody protecting you, then you have to pay the upfront cost to get yourself protected, essentially, to make sure that you get paid as a person. But it was really great having you on. I hope you come back. Where can fans find you at? And if you still have your acting course, I mean, I would love for you to plug it because a lot of my viewers actually took your acting course and they actually had good things to say about it. So it was.
She has an acting course.
Teaching acting. I'm on
apparently.
Really?
First I'm hearing about it.
What? That's insane.
We've learned plenty. Like Corina's a crazy hobo lady who should never have been in the industry.
I agree.
Here's a really good chance of what happened, Jeff. She actually was fine before she got into acting.
She looked fine,
and then she got into acting and then put herself on a pedestal and got a really expensive apartment in like LA.
Again, that's what a lot of these people do. So
exactly. So that alone would screw you. Anyway.
Hiatus at the moment, but I promise my classes will come back at the end of the year. You can find it at www.CorinaBoettger.com. And if you like, again, I've been the reason why I'm on a hiatus is because I've been so sick, it's hard to get out of bed most days. And so I promise they'll come back. I just want to be at a place where I'm not worried about if I have to end up in the hospital that day or not.
What the fuck?
That's they pay for. And then
oh, thank God he's not commenting on it.
On my socials, Twitter is @TheBirdZulu. On Blue Sky, it's Corina Boettger. On Instagram, it's Corina.Boettger. And TikTok, it's also Corina Boettger. But knowing with how I've been lately, because I've been so sick, I've been just reading a lot of romance novels. So I'm probably just going to be talking about a lot of that. I just finished Fourth Wing, as I said earlier. Yeah. I'm on A Court of Thorns and Roses now, and although I hated the first book, I've loved the rest of them, and so now it's a problem.
You know something crazy? I've literally been talking about this in almost every single video I've made so far. I have been addicted to romance anime for like the past couple of weeks. I got Romance anime is what introduced me to anime, and then I just moved on to like action and adventure for the longest time, for like 8 years. And then I recently just picked it up again, and I was like, oh man, dude, I feel like I relapsed. I've been watching so much of it, it's crazy. It makes me hate my life, that my life isn't like that. I swear it's not a good thing. Anyways, a terrible way and a sad way to end it. Just talking about how we all wish we could find that one person we love. But glad to know that everything is going well. I hope that we have you on again soon, and I really appreciate you coming on and addressing everything that's going on. Thanks for coming.
So that's the interview.
That's the interview. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake. I really like. I understand that he's trying to be nice and all that kind of shit. Is he a VTuber, by the way? I'm curious.
I don't know.
Okay. By the way, chat, I noticed that the stream is struggling. I don't know if it's like skipping around a lot. If people can tell me, I'm gonna blame the fact that again I tried to do 22,000 kbps.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. Hopefully it's not like dead, because that would really suck. Medical issue mention number, lost the count, they use it a lot. Yeah, she likes to be a victim. Again, like a lot of these people, they like to be victims. They like to perpetually say how much their life sucks. And it's just like, if you don't give her the attention that she wants, she's gonna, get upset at you. So I don't know. I don't like this person. quite honestly.
But she was correct, and the actors do need paid more. On the other side of that, though, actors need to be smarter. And not live in the ritziest cities.
I agree. I mean, like, it's I don't know. I don't know. I know that like they have to go in person for some things, but I just think that the
yeah. I mean, if you had to move closer, like if you didn't need to go in like often enough for it to worry about it, you could move like 2 or 3 hours away. And if you have to go in like once a month,
yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Anyway, so he came out. I think, I don't know if it was today or yesterday. Because this was 2 days ago, so probably today. That apparently people started going after him for this interview.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to listen to that?
Yeah, I feel like we can listen to that.
Okay. Oh, that is the wrong window. That's okay.
So it appears that I am now being canceled by the VAs over at SAG-AFTRA for my interview with Corina Boettger, where I literally gave her the chance to speak openly.
I am going to turn him down.
To my audience.
He's loud.
Number one.
I really don't like how he's
evidently people.
His voice sounds like it is struggling.
Yeah. No, yeah. It actually kind of hurts a little bit more than hers in like a different way.
It does. It does.
People think that I baited her into the interview. I baited her into the questions. Well, when she said that YouTubers were all liars, I guess she was right. I guess she was fucking right. Because holy cow, maybe I pretended to be a little too nice so that she would get into the interview with me, but I held up my end of the deal and did the interview exactly how she wanted, and then also let her approve it before it even uploaded. But now, because old paper bag boy.
So one thing that people can take from this is she was not pressured into admitting that she was out of MiHoYo.
Mm-hmm. Is that what she tried to claim?
No, but some people likely may have.
Okay.
So no, she approved it, which means she considered that on her own. So that's straight from the horse's mouth. Right.
Interesting. So. Here's a cough drop, Mr. Paperback Match.
Really? Please.
Yeah. Looks like he needs it.
boy won't switch sides and give in to the SAG-AFTRA mafia, baby. All because old paper bag boy ain't letting them get to his fucking kneecaps. They're coming at me with the whole entire cancel campaign. That's right, boys. Your boy has finally made it with the cancel campaign against him. Old paper bag boy is literally here just living the dream. Oh my goodness. So what exactly happened? Well, I went into this interview with the mindset that I was dealing with a snake, because she is. In all reality, Corina got something out of this interview that she wanted. She wanted to do this interview. She got what she wanted out of it. And in reality, the fact of the matter is, it should end there. But they all wanted me to switch up instantaneously, wanted me to switch from going after voice actors and going after SAG-AFTRA. Well, old paper bag boy's not gonna do that. I can promise you that. But when you're dealing with the snake, boys, when you're dealing with the snake, down here in the South, there's an old saying: when you're dealing with the snake, you can't come in as a mouse. You have to come in as you can't come in as a mouse, boys. If you come in as a mouse, they will literally eat you alive. So I feel like I did a very good job, at least of being cordial, respectful, and saying what I needed to say to get her into the interview, just for her to be able to share her side openly. And I let her do it without any backlash, without saying anything, without refuting any of her points. I feel like I definitely upheld my end of the bargain. But according to the freaking SAG-AFTRA mafia, old paper bag boy should have switched up in an instant and literally got down and kissed their feet. Listen to this. The interviewer who spoke to Paimon VA admits to baiting Corina into it. What they're referring to was, in the video, I said I started with softball questions so that I could literally get to the harder hitting ones without causing too much discourse. Also, obviously, if I had started with hardball questions and hardballed her, there would be no interview at all, and nobody would have any new information regarding the strike, regarding whether Corina was coming back.
Is this just how he talks?
Yes.
Like, is this how he just talks the entire video?
Yes.
Did you listen to this whole thing?
Right about to here, actually. And then I stopped because I had to take care of stuff before stream.
Dude, I can't believe this man talks the whole way through this. This is just... Somebody said discount Randy Savage. And I kind of have to agree. It kind of sounds like discount Randy Savage. It's really bad. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, no. I actually would rather listen to Corina. Sorry, buddy.
Bag boy literally sat down for 30 minutes with one of the most insufferable people on the freaking planet of the earth to deliver
that is
all
agreed.
that information.
I agree.
It says, I am going to intentionally avoid linking this follow-up video here. You know why they're not? Do you know why they're not? Because what they're saying is a fucking lie. Because I don't think pointing people towards it is a good idea. Yeah, because it would refute all your freaking points if they just watched it. Whether you like Corina or not, it would be better for every side involved if this video had never been posted. Excuse me, but I think that the video actually humanized her. It definitely got.
I didn't do a good job, in my personal opinion.
And I can tell by the comments,
it made her sound extremely more jilted and insane.
A good handful of people started to view Corina as more of a human, which is exactly what she wanted, and that's what she got. And old paper bag boy got the interview of a lifetime and released some information that nobody else had, which is that Corina is not coming back. But so for them to absolutely say this is incredibly disingenuous. I would not be surprised if this was someone on the side of the VAs and then posted this. That video is a waste of time anyway. It contains no new information and just involves reading the Reddit post currently on the front page here. So literally the interview or the video, because the video does not at all. If you listen to the video, I am literally telling you, I'm literally refuting Corina's points from the interview, because she decided to use my interview as a way to spew lies that were not true. She was not being paid by Hoyo. Hoyo paid the studio that is run by her best friend over at Side, and they are not paying her on time. And Corina believes that if the union takes over Hoyoverse, that they will force Hoyoverse to get the studio to pay them. To summarize,
I'm glad that he's bringing that up. Here, pause.
Corina's side to get them into an interview. Am I?
Thank you. I'm glad that he's bringing that up because it is true that like the way that it works. I know it's not. This isn't how it works in every case, but the way that it works is when you are contracted like this and you're hired by a contract company, because contract workers don't actually work for the company that they do the jobs for. This is the same in all kinds of contract work, such as being a security guard, being a construction builder, being some form of journeyman. You don't actually work for the company. You're either a self-hired individual, which if you're really good at it, you're really good at it, or you are hired by a third-party company. And oftentimes this is it really is like you got pros and cons for both. But sometimes you're hired by a third-party company, and the third-party company, what they do is they take on the liability. And the worst part is that you just get fired if you become the liability. They have the insurance, which is another big reason why companies hire third parties, and they are the people that ends up paying you. So what will happen is what MiHoYo will do is they will say, we will pay you, the third party company, for this amount of work to get done. And then the third party company will hire Corina to get the work done. And what it sounds like happened is MiHoYo probably paid the third party company, and the third party company just hasn't paid Corina. So, like... she needs to go after the third-party company. And I know why. She kind of answered why she's not doing it. And it's because if she does, she knows she's going to get in trouble. Because it sounds like the third-party company is owned by a friend of hers. So...
what might actually mean she's getting paid and not talking about it.
Maybe. I mean, like, I don't...
she's getting paid and spinning it the other way.
If she lied like that, that would be incredibly easy to refute. And if the people that would be paying her decide to refute it, that would make her look like so much more of an asshole, in my personal opinion. But, like, regardless, like, I think that that Corina is just kind of, like, very snake-like, because what she was doing is trying to say, oh, MiHoYo is the reason why I haven't get paid. That's not true. The third-party company is who you need to talk to. Now, maybe there's a chance that MiHoYo hasn't paid the third-party company, but she didn't really go into that. What she just said is that MiHoYo is not paid. So right now, it really is on the table of who really needs to be the payee right now. If MiHoYo needs to pay the contract company, well, there's a big fucking problem there, because it's not just Corina that hasn't gotten paid. It's a lot of people that haven't gotten paid.
Yep. But the thing is like, as far as like payment work, I don't think I've ever seen anyone say that MiHoYo hasn't been paying. Like, there was like a little thing like a few months ago, but I think every single one of the ones that they're talking about was in that agency that she's in. But
yeah,
I could be wrong with that one.
I don't know. But yeah, I just think that it's like a little weaselly for her not to say, by the way, I work for this. The third party company is what got me this gig, and that she's just making it sound like it's an agent deal. But it's just like it goes a lot deeper than that, and she's not talking about it, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Supposed to get on there and be one of the most disrespectful people ever to her. She knew going into it what my channel was about, who I was about. Absolutely insane. For them to actually say this, to get Corina on the side, am I supposed to not be cordial and respectful? I gave her the opportunity to share everything that she wanted to share, hoping that Corina voluntarily spills some drama. Yes, absolutely, but Corina was getting something out of it as well. Corina being Corina does exactly that and more, not indirectly revealing their recast, but also dropping some severe allegations about not getting paid that will almost certainly come out as verifiable lies that will land them in trouble in the near future. And that is my fault. It's my fault that I wanted to address the fact that she definitely freaking lied on my channel, and I was under an agreement that I would not refute anything that she said, that I would not debate it, that it would just be an interview.
I'm glad that he's being honest about that.
Insane. I am allowed my follow-up interview, and for these SAG-AFTRA mafia folks to literally act like they can break my freaking kneecaps and get me not to post one will make me post one harder. I absolutely dare them. I am being nice right now. You don't want to see me when I'm fucking...
Oh my gosh.
Less than one day later, the YouTuber makes a follow-up revealing his true intentions and all but gloating about baiting Corina. I'm gloating about getting the interview, you absolute sack of, sorry piece of road potatoes. Now, I don't like Corina, and I personally think a lot of the hate they are getting is completely justified, but this trick was a bad move, and I absolutely did not condone it. How is it a trick? She got what she wanted out of it, which was the interview. She is not doing anything that she did not want to do. She had literally gone to my videos before, seen them, and still went into it with an open mind, which I absolutely respect, and I upheld my end of the deal. I did it exactly how I said I was going to do it. He lured and openly betrayed Corina. So evidently I betrayed Corina by literally doing a follow-up interview because I'm supposed to just let her lie? Just let her say what she wants? I'm not supposed to protect, I'm not supposed to protect myself? I'm allowed to do the follow-up interview. Reinforcing Corina's prejudice against the player base. No, buddy, no. She had a prejudice anyways, and that thing is not going away. Probably only causing them to double down on their beliefs as in a I was right manner. There is no way you are ever going to change Corina's literal freaking beliefs whenever it comes to the player base and the Genshin fandom. That is not happening. She also feels no remorse for what happened to Jacob Takanashi, and as a matter of fact, if people keep coming after me, it's just going to get worse. Coming down to their beliefs as I see it, this will guarantee that no other VA will be willing to agree to share more information with the community in a similar manner, even if the next guy truly has good intentions, looking for information, not drama. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? There was 2 drama questions in the interview on a drama channel. Am I not supposed to cover drama after the freaking interview? These people are so insufferable. They think that they can tell you what you can and cannot post on your freaking channel, which is by far a fucking taboo. This really did not end up revealing any useful information. So was I after information or drama, asshole? If Paimon was recast, we would have found out in 2 to 3 weeks regardless, and won't bring the ongoing wildcat strike any closer to a resolution. It's not ending. It is not ending. Hoyo is not going to sign the agreement. It's just flat out not. So anybody stating that they are not coming back until they do is basically guaranteeing their own recast. Even from the perspective of the YouTuber in question, I can see no wins from posting the follow-up in particular. Buddy, that is what my channel is about. I cover the Genshin VA content, and I tell the truth whenever I do it about exactly how I feel. Now, you can say that there's no win there for Corina with my follow-up, but she got a win with the interview. I got a win with the interview, and that's where the deal freaking ends. Beyond that, I will get any
This
wins
man is
I
so
want.
upset.
They're lucky that the freaking
It's hilarious just listening how upset he is that people are like Dylan has a funny saying in here. We have an old saying in the South as well. The guy who won't stop yapping is usually the one who folds first. Yeah, it kind of sounds like he's kind of this is like a mild crash out, in my personal opinion, where he's just like, you guys can't say that what I did suck. You guys can't say that what I did suck because everybody gets something out of it.
Yeah, no, I see it. Yeah.
This man's kind of crashing out here. It's hilarious.
And like, is he wrong? No, but
No, yeah.
freaking videos are not harder because I could absolutely drive this to the ends of the earth to make it insanely good to get a crazy amount of views. I'm actually being nice and nobody knows it. Anyone with a few brain cells and a few minutes looking into their other videos would immediately know what side they actually stand on anyway, so why are you blaming me? It's not like this guy even profits from a drama generated. It's likely too small to even be monetized. Buddy, I've been monetized since my first month on YouTube. What are you talking about? I got monetized literally within like a month and a half. I've been monetized for a while now. You achieve nothing but ego points for declaring yourself a sociopath mastermind who took advantage of your own interviewee. Delete the video. So now they want me to delete the video because I made SAG-AFTRA look bad. Nah, buddy, I'm sorry.
They made themselves look bad.
Old paper bag boy, old evil little paper bag boy is literally gonna keep the video up. If they knew what I looked like, Bob, literally behind this freaking paper bag, they would be mortified, boys. I am an undead being. My teeth are rotting out. My skin is melting off. I would haunt your fucking
I was muted. Sorry.
You
my
were
bad.
muted. I was just like, did my internet crash or some shit?
I told him to calm down.
Ah, I see. No, yeah. This dude needs to calm the fuck down.
I am the antagonist. I am the villain. And if you thought otherwise, then I don't know what to tell you, because I've been very open about it from the beginning. Unfortunately, boys, when you're dealing with the snake, you can't come in as a mouse. So excuse me for protecting myself and also ensuring that I got the interview to begin with to deliver you the information. My God, I hate this. We could have just naturally found out a pouch notes about Paimon's recast. Yeah, but if you did that, you would not get to hear everything else that she said in the interview, which was actually good. She literally basically humanized herself, talking about her other roles, everything else that was going on in her life, and I'm gonna be honest, it made her look pretty decent, if only she didn't lie. But the interview definitely achieved making her look the way that she wanted to look. I can't, what am I supposed to do? Control what she says? Or waiting for Corina to inevitably shoot their foot on social media, but instead we now have ammunition to spread hate and divide the community further. The community is not divided, buddy. You are in the freaking rare class of people.
This guy sounds like Akko when he's tisming.
That's not. It's not true.
It's very true. That is incredibly true.
Oh, that's mean.
People to actually defend this chick. I don't care if Corina is a pathological liar. So you don't care if Corina is a pathological liar, but you want me to come into it and basically be as just be right up front, be like, I don't like you, Corina. I hate you. Please answer my questions. Are you kidding me? Stooping to or below their level is never a good idea. I do not agree. The interview.
He's kind of right here though. It's like it doesn't matter whether he likes them or not. It's called being professional.
Is this really professional though?
Well, but I mean, it's kind of like you may have problems with this person, but that doesn't mean you need to be an absolute piece of shit. I don't know.
I see what you mean.
Achieved what Corina wanted it to achieve. They should be happy with it. It absolutely did. And beyond that, my channel is my channel. I will post whatever I want on it. And the fact of the matter is, the SAG-AFTRA mafia is not going to get me to stop. And if they keep up, it's going to get a lot worse. It's going to get a lot worse. But we will definitely see. We will see where that goes. We'll just see how far they want to push it. Anyways, boys, what do y'all think about that? You guys let me know down below. Paper or plastic? Paper being good, plastic being bad, baby. You guys think these boys are paper or you think they're plastic?
Okay. We're gonna claim that one is
done.
Done.
Yeah. Wow. Man's insane.
Now, as soon as I'm done with this fight, I'm gonna bring up the other thing tied to the
Yeah.
Paimon thing.
Oh, goodness.
My God. Okay. Oh.
You should see how he covered the Cinder drama. I really don't give a shit how he covered the Cinder drama. Oh, I'm so fucking tired of the Cinder drama, man. It's so annoying.
Yeah, I agree. So it turns out the interview was two crazy people vibing with each other. Fair. You know what? Fair. We move Discord back to...
Thank you for the 2 chat.
Sure.
I don't know why my stuff is not like playing, but we'll try and fix the chat.
So apparently, after that interview came out, SAG-AFTRA is now officially blocking anyone outside of the US from accessing their website. Interesting timing. Do they maybe know about the information I've acquired from an anonymous source that exposes their corrupt leadership? Video soon. And this is from Mujin.
Oh my God, she's got milkers.
Thank you for the 5 chats.
Payne discovered mom has
Responded.
milkers and gave $5. He was letting her choke
Saying this may be a hot take, but if you're not comfortable with foreign audiences accessing your website, then maybe foreign studios shouldn't be beholden to your demands.
Yay, my things are working now. I'm so happy.
So, Armchair is right. Yeah, look at that. We hit 2 hours. That was the end of the Paimon stuff.
It is. But like, So to put a cap on it, right now, chat, all you need to know, the best news that anybody could really ask for, Paimon is out of Genshin, or excuse me, not Paimon. Corina Boettger is out of Genshin. Period. She's out of Genshin, and she'll probably never go back, either because she's retarded or because they'll never sign a deal. So I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. She can get out of Genshin. Genshin will moderately improve as a game. So.
No, yeah. So. It's good to be alive so I can see SAG fall. Yeah. I don't think this strike is going to be going on much longer.
I think it can go on indefinitely, and I'm okay with that. They can just do whatever they want.
No, it could go on indefinitely, but I think they've hit a boiling point with their actors.
Yeah, probably.
And they will get to a point where they don't give a shit and just stop striking.
Thank you for the 5, Mercenary. Mind if we take a moment to do supers?
Okay.
I'm gonna scroll over to here. We are
while you're doing that, I'm actually gonna get some water.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
All right. Sounds good. Chat really quickly. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Very much appreciate it. We're getting close to 15K subs. Very much appreciated. Now, I do believe that a lot of that is due to the fact that I am producing videos that people are getting semi-interested in, which is really nice. It is really nice to see people watch my videos. I'm actually really happy about that. Really happy. But what the fuck? Why is it like cutting off? I'm really upset about that. We'll replay those because I don't like that. But make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Very much appreciated. Also give Tab a sub as well. He's getting close to 500, and then he'll be forced to play scary video game. So that would be pretty funny if that were the case. I'm going to close Genshin now because I think I'm done playing Genshin. I'm going to see if that improves the stream quality, because I noticed that the stream quality is kind of low. But again, I do think that I really hope that I didn't screw myself over for the month by doing a really high kbps. But we'll see. I don't want to alarm MommaOcco, but Tent might be a stinky pupper. He just might be. He just might be. Multiverses is dead. Yes, Multiverses is dead. We'll talk. I don't know if we have anything about that, but yes, we will talk about that very briefly. But yes, let's get on to these super chats. We're 2 super chats away from meeting the goal, and that is the Yippee Ice Cream Fund. The Yippies. There's one in the corner right now. She really wants ice cream. She's really hungry for it. She wants ice cream so bad. She's been very good today, and she really wants ice cream. So if you would donate to the Ice Cream Fund, she would very much appreciate it, chat. You don't have to, obviously, but she would deeply appreciate it if you did that. Anyway. Sly, thank you for the 2. VOD Gang, have a fun stream. Thank you very much, Sly. You have a good one. Ian Andrews for 10 or $9.99. Excuse me. Thank you. My usual contribution to the Yippee Fund. It's Yippee time. Also about time. Corina's danger-haired Tookus removed herself. Her voice makes watching Snow White remake a pleasurable alternative. Damn, that's extremely mean and kind of funny in my personal opinion. Give Not a lot of chance. Well, I will try. I do promise that I'll do a little bit more Genshin. We'll see about streaming it. We'll see. We'll see. Genshin is one of those games that kind of have to be in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see here. Ava for 2. Very much appreciated, Ava. Notice how no corpos got their rainbow on. Yes. I don't know if you want. We'll talk about that. I feel like because I feel like Pride Month kind of fits into that specifically for that reason. I did retweet something from Art that I feel like you could bring up, Temp, that we could talk about that. Thank you for hitting the gold chat, by the way. Go ahead.
When did Art say something about that?
Like an hour or 2 ago. I reposted
well, while
it.
we were live and I didn't see it.
Pretty much. Anyway, let's continue on these super chats. I'll read all the way to the end of the goal, and then any other super chats we will wait until later. Also, for some reason, I can't heart these. I'm going to refresh the YouTube live stream, and hopefully that doesn't kill the page.
Either way, I'm back with, well, I would say water. It's actually iced tea.
There we go. There.
Yep, here's the arch post.
The
Why
last
is-
of the one ST has just tipped $4.99 through Super Chat. Hope you dislike the UXLR piece I did. I know it was a joke when you asked, but I took it to heart. Can't post it to Discord, just joined.
Thank you so much. I did not know that. Thank you. You'll have to send it to me. That's an art piece. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Discord can't. Sorry, Twitch chat can't see it. Send it to me.
Yeah, send it. If it's AI art, I don't care what it is, but just send it to me. So just send it to me. Just send it to me. Let's see here. But yeah, we'll talk about Pride Month.
RE7 temp. Listen. Yeah, RE7. At the rate we're going, chat. I'm thinking we're probably gonna end up starting RE7 in July.
What the fuck? Why doesn't
We'll
it
see.
show up? Let's see. How odd. Anyway, let's continue here. Wolfsbane for 2. What's with this wannabe Randy Savage impression? Yeah, that was pretty bad. And then Wolfsbane again for 2. I am the villain. Definitely a wrestling fan. Yeah. Mercenary for 2. On the one hand, Bagman is a goober. On the other, Sag. Yes. Yes. Wolfsbane for 5. He was letting her choke on her words and dig her own grave is the same thing Camelot did when he was canceled. Problem is his Randy Savage bravado. Yes, pretty much. Mercenary for 2. Paimon and Bagman, Ethan, and Hassan. I don't really feel like that's an apt comparison, but sure, I guess. Mercenary for 5. Paimon and Bagman plus Sag is just Ethan and Hassan with extra person. Again, I really just don't see the...
I don't see it.
I don't see the comparison personally, but you know, it's whatever. Mercenary for 2. Give Dark...
Oh my god, she's got milkers!
Oh,
Mercenary
I'll wait for this to play.
discovered mom has milkers and gave $5. Not just Twit but stores are keeping up their Veterans Day displays or putting a 4th of July stuff early. There is not a single drop of pride anywhere.
no, yeah, Pride is just not... And again, we'll talk about it when we get through this here, but Pride is gone, like, 100% completely. And I have my opinions on it, and I promise they're not contrarian opinions. I promise. They are actually like well thought out opinions, where I have some thoughts that I feel like will resonate pretty much with people. But yeah, once we get through this, we can talk about that. Mercenary for 2, give her dark chocolate cookies and cream, or and then Avenge for $4 with the super sticker. Very much appreciated. Let's see. Mercenary for 2, give the Yippee dark chocolate brownie fudge. I don't know if the Yippee... I mean, maybe the Yippee would eat that. I don't know. Anyway, we are going to continue on now. Because we'll read the rest of the super chats later. So if you're sending more super chats, it will be read at a later point. And my stream is still struggling. Very upset by that. Don't know why. Chat saying that... Chat, I hope the audio is not cutting out. If it is, I'm gonna be really sad. But like, you may see some frame dropping, but you hopefully won't see any audio loss. But as long as the audio isn't lost, that's the best part, because I don't want audio loss. Anyway, let's continue on. Temp, what do you want to talk about next?
So something just came across my feed, and I don't know if we could talk about it real quick.
Okay.
I'm just gonna swap it over to our thing so you can see it first.
What is this? Oh, is this a brand new? Is this a brand new thing by them?
Yeah. So, chat. Apparently, Shift Up is working on a new game called Project Witches, or was Project Witches. Now it is Project Spirits, according to Genki Japan.
Provided. Be very careful. Do not blow up that image.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah, don't blow up that image. You can scroll it, but be very careful.
Yeah. So anyway, they've renamed Project Spirits and provided a first look at 2 of the new characters. It's apparently a new flagship cross-platform title with an Eastern fantasy theme, and will be a new IP after Stellar Blade and Nikkei. So,
is it like a gacha game? Do we know yet?
We don't know. But it looks like, according to this, Shift Up are currently hiring artists, planners, and scriptwriters to work on the game, targeted for a 2027.
Okay, so this is a 2 years down the line.
And we don't know if this is going to be like Stellar Blade, like a one-off title, or like Nikkei, a gotcha.
I'm going to be honest with you. Nikkei kind of pays for itself in other games, so
Yeah,
I kind of hope that this is just another. Oh my oh my god!
What?
I was
What?
just sent the art. It's not AI art. That's not
God,
AI art.
Send it to me.
It's even better.
Oh no!
Oh my god! I can't show this on screen. I can't show this on screen.
Hold on, what?
Oh no! That's real fan art. That's not AI art. Oh, okay, Alaska. I love that. That's beautiful.
I mean, I can't deny it's hot, but
oh fuck. Oh my gosh. Can I see? It is definitely not safe for work.
yeah, it's going in the Discord, not on stream.
That is that.
Oh yeah, I'll put that in the Discord. I want to see chat's reaction to that. Oh man. Just the problem is like that's really good.
It is. It is. It is. It is. Hope I don't mind being
Like-
the bottom.
Oh my god.
I don't know what to do with that. I'm gonna send that. Oh fuck.
Send it to Lumi and Mizu.
Oh, I sent it to Mizu. I'm gonna send it to Lumi as well because I think Lumi needs to see that.
Oh my god, that is funny.
I can't even post
Like-
that on Twitter because like again it's lewd.
Oh, she'd see it and in fact, you probably still will.
This is my listen, Alara. I know you hate me. This is my peace offering to you. I can't share it. I won't share. Maybe if I well maybe I'll
Oh my god.
if the artist
Yeah.
is on Twitter.
If you want to see this is in Akko's Discord. Hold on. Let me link Akko.
I don't get it. Okay, so
So if anyone wants to go into Akko's Discord, there you go.
for those that don't know, Alara hates me. Alara, the heavy metal elf, she hates me because I think it's a mixture of things. Number one, because I'm in Under the Tea. I think also I've been very critical of her, and I do think that some of my criticism, looking back on it, was unwarranted. So I kind of want to apologize for that personally. And so I've kind of just been like, if I ever get the chance to just say, hey, I'm sorry for my unfair criticism, I would. But like, yeah, I don't know what to do with
Yeah.
that.
It's one way to get over your differences.
I do like that my tongue is purple.
Yeah, there's some context for you. Alara and tongue is purple.
I do think that you made me slightly bigger as well.
But who's complaining?
I'm not going to complain. Thank you. My apologies for like the detour chat, but, and I can't
It
show
was
it.
worth it.
Thank you.
You can't show it. You could probably show the face if you cropped that out.
Oh,
Like, that might be pushing it because the tongue. might.
You think I could? Here, I'm gonna.
I think it was just the face. You could.
I think I could get away with it. I would not test it.
Chad, I've done a little bit worse.
Yeah, Tempest
Well, was bigger than I am, but
Temp has done worse.
I've done worse.
Gonna open that in a browser.
In fact, I could do worse right now. Chat, you want to see worse? Oh, that's the wrong one.
Here,
That's
here,
the
here,
right-
chat. This is a preview. All right, here's a preview.
There, worse.
Again, this was a joke that I asked for, because again, like, you know, it really kind of sucks because like, before Alara hated me, I kind of did like her a little bit, but not even with cropping. Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty.
No.
Listen, I think this is good enough.
I know it has clothes on. That's why I said exclusively the face.
I think it's good. I think it's good, chat. I think it's good.
Akka's not in that picture. I know Akka's not in this one. Oh yeah, I think that's fine. Admittedly, it's a little more than I would have said. I literally would have said the faces, but
I did just do the faces.
no, I would have done just the faces.
Oh, I did. I did. I
Not
did.
the hair.
I think it's
The-
fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Listen, we're not. There's no nipples or anything. It's just the top of the booba. It should be just fine.
Akko,
Mm.
I'm gonna DM you. This is what I expected out of you.
Okay. Well, you know,
That is far safer.
I guess, but still, I think it's fine. Anyway, there's my peace offering. I want to come to the table in good faith and just say, hey, you know, you don't have to like. You don't have to like me. I'm not asking you to, but you know, I feel like we need to straighten some things out. You know.
Which channel on the server though? So if you're in Akka's server and you do not see the not safe for work section, you do need to actually interact in chat. How long? I know you changed it recently.
Huh? Sorry, my brain just like died there for a moment.
No, very clearly. What is the length of time you need to interact in the server before you unlock the not safe for work section?
A couple hours.
Couple hours? Okay. So if you were like talk, is it just be in the server 2 hours or like talk for 2 hours? Or like, how does that work?
What do you mean?
Like, do you need to be typing and talking for 2 full hours?
Like, well, so you
Or
get
just
points
exist in the server.
Yeah, you get points for talking, and you can only get points like every minute, basically. So you type one
Okay,
message
sure.
every minute. Basically, you get a certain amount of points. You need 500 points, I think, in order to get access to not safe for work, and you get 7 to 15 points every minute that you type.
Okay, well there you go, chat.
3 people joined just to look at it. Well, you're gonna have to wait a little bit. My apologies, chat.
But it is there. You just gotta work for it.
Again, I have done that, chat. The reason why I have done that is because I keep out spammers that way, and it does a very damn good job at keeping out spammers, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
So by forcing people to interact in the server, it curtails people from the people that aren't really interested in the server.
Has tap link to Discord and Twitch. I don't see the link. No, I have sent it in. I sent Akko's YouTube channel, which is going to be in the description of Akko's channel. I will not be. I mean, I can link your Discord to mine,
Oh,
but it's in Akko's YouTube. So here, I will link it again.
anyway.
You know what?
Thank
That's
you.
why. There
Thank
you
you,
go.
Alaska, for that. I am not going to try and email that. Like, I don't want to. I'm gonna make it clear right now. I'm not going to try and push somebody to be friendly with me if they don't want to be friends with me. I'm not even trying to ask somebody to be my friend. I am trying to correct my personal mistake.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's the thing is, like, if Alara wants to play ball, she's gonna approach.
Yeah. But
Simple.
until then, someone send this.
Anyway.
No, chat. Don't do that. If somebody tries to bother her, I am gonna ban you from the chat because that ain't fair. That ain't right. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right.
So we have some other stories, or we can go through some smaller ones that might be more interesting.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Go right ahead.
So apparently, Mark Hamill came out recently and said he won't be returning to play Luke Skywalker.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yay. People have been wanting Luke to be recast for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
To an actor that they don't have to rely on like so much CGI to fix.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see. The actor that people have been sensing or nothing is like wanting to play Luke is Sebastian Stan,
Okay.
which is the actor for the Winter Soldier in the MCU.
And so now he's just moving on.
Yeah.
That's fair. For some people asking who cares, a lot of people care. This gives a chance for there to be a better guy in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean that's the goal of this podcast is just kind of report when we can.
I don't think people are like saying, "Oh, it's dumb that you're reporting on it." I think people are literally just like, "Oh my gosh, who cares that he's moving on?" You know.
I mean, it's kind of like the Paimon thing. Like we figured that she probably would. It's just a matter of when. Come on, when? So it was a matter of time with this. When?
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, chat. You know what? We'll do this, and then we'll save that one for maybe a little bit. Apparently, Arrowhead Studios and Pocket Pair are talking about how they wish people would actually understand how long things take to develop.
Wait, who's asking for that?
No, okay. Helldivers 2 and Power World devs, so Arrowhead and Pocket Pair, wish players understood that easy additions and updates are sometimes really hard. That's half a year's work. That takes 6 months. Which, yeah, no, that's right. It's not just like something they can, turn a knob one way or, take it from a 59 to a 60. It does take time. It does take effort. And if they're also doing other things at that time, that does affect it. But the the communications director and publishing manager for Pocket Pair responded to this.
Yep.
Saying the same people who say they made dollars just hire more people are the same people who get all pissy when a company grows too big and becomes too corporate. Sure, we could mass hire devs tomorrow, but you risk changing the company culture. You have to find the right people. The word sustainable has become a bit of a boogeyman for many, but the goal is to make games in a sustainable way. That doesn't mean bloat hiring and burning all your funds. That's how game companies fall into the usual traps and become slimy. Just let devs cook. Thank you. And it's cliche to say there's a zillion other games you can play in the meantime, but it's true. Anyway, go play Nine Kings right now. It's fantastic. Arrowhead lead said exactly that. Really?
Wait,
I know
really?
Hold on, let me find that. I need Twitter on another screen. Arrowhead Game Studio. Probably. Nope. Okay. That's not who I thought would have said it. If anyone has a link for that, if you could put it in the Discord, that would be great. so we can read that. But yeah, so that's what the communications director said for Power Roll, which is good. I mean, but that also means that Power Roll or Pocket Bear has no intention of just like bringing their numbers up for the sake of it.
Of course, they're going to take their time to make something fantastic.
And that's something that people might, I don't know if this is, I'm in the wrong for saying this, but it's one thing people need to realize about Helldivers. It's like, oh my God, why are there so many battle passes? Why is there X, Y, and Z in there? While it is a Sony published game, they do need money internally to continue making the game. And Arrowhead is not a big studio.
Right. I mean, they're backed by Sony money, though.
They are backed by Sony money, but how far does that go?
I guess.
To be fair, the battle passes are also Sony money, but maybe making something else that can be funneled back into them to help increase that workflow. I don't know.
I don't know. Grow the talent. Brands don't increase personal because bands don't just increase personal because X record does well. This is true.
To kind of go on with this, Grums made a post about Claire Obscure, and the reason I say this kind of fits in the same vein is the studio behind this is also pretty small, and they're not mass hiring just because the game got successful. New interview with Claire Obscure Expedition 33 talks about AAA bloat. Team size averaged 30, but had a lot of additional QA staff, voice actors, and Korean animators that were part-time. Cost less than what people have been guessing. Less than Mirror's Edge and Vanquish. Those are both pretty small games when they came out.
Yeah, they were pretty damn small games. How much was Mirror's Edge to like produce?
Let me see. The exact production cost of Mirror's Edge is not publicly available. However, Mirror's Edge sold 2.5 million copies by June 2023. And the fact that they made a sequel means 2.5 million units was successful at the time. So it probably wasn't an overly huge budget.
Probably not. Grom should shut up on what he doesn't know about games. I kind of agree.
Well, he does link the interview, or at least some bits of it. So
it really depends.
It's not like he's.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, it's also not like he's just talking out of his ass here. Like he is posting evidence to this.
Like, is it evidence that he found, or
no? There's an interview.
I get you. Never mind.
Chat, we might go over the interview on a personal stream. Yeah. Playing Claire Obscure the last couple of days has really kind of dragged me in. God.
In a good or bad way?
In a very good way.
That's good.
The big Claire Obscure Expedition 33 interview, Danfault and Kepler on team size, the return of AA games next, plus how Kepler plans to be the A24 for games, and why a follow-up to Claire Obscure won't involve a big studio expansion. For those who don't know, A24 is a bit of a smaller studio. They're for movies, but apparently most of what they produce is very high quality.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
Yes. And in fact, I didn't even know about this until like a few days ago, because the Elden Ring movie is also being done by A24.
That's right. That was something that I saw that's being done. Is the Elden Ring movie is being made.
We talked about it last week.
We did. I think it was very brief because it's just like there isn't really.
Yeah.
There's not really a lot to talk about other than just, hey, there's an Elden Ring movie. It's being made right now.
Yeah, which got a lot of us like, but why? But if I'm hearing that A24 is like an actually competent movie studio.
The only thing that's really iffy about it is we don't know what it's going to be about. Like if it's going to be the original story or whatever. That's the problem, is we don't know. We just don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, we really don't know. I mean, they could tell an original story that fits as well. If it's like George R.R. Martin's like, hey, I wrote a new thing. I don't know where to put it. It wouldn't fit in a game. Hey, look, movie.
Well, I mean,
Bro.
like, he did a lot of that for Elden Ring.
He did. Miyazaki came out and said that he wrote enough for multiple games.
Wasn't Night Rain, like, got some story behind it that, like,
yes,
they probably
does.
pulled from?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Very
so,
likely,
like,
yes. So they could tell an original story and still tie it to Elden
yeah.
Ring. Which, you know, as long as there's some cohesive connection between them and is competent and good, cool. So, I don't know. We'll see. Either way, which leads us to ask if Clair Obscur can't be classed as a AAA game. How much did it cost exactly? Neither Hiradin or Misre, I don't know, French names are weird, is willing to disclose the true figure.
That's
I would say that... Let's put it this way. There's a character in Clair Obscur named Mael.
Okay.
It spells like it sounds like Melee. But it's not.
Fair enough.
It's Mael. So it's like they could look like it sounds one way and then sound a different way.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just grilling you because you say French names sound weird. Now, to be fair, we make fun of French people in this house sometimes, but just gotta. You know, Riri followed me recently, but I don't think like I say that knowing that like I think she makes fun of French people too. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure French people make fun of French people. Anyway, neither is going to disclose the true figure. I would say that I've seen a lot of budget estimations that are all higher than the real budget. Everyone's desperate to know what the budget is, and I won't tell them. But I would guarantee you got 10 people to guess, and I think all 10 wouldn't guess the actual figure. He says, I'm sure Mirror's Edge and Vanquish cost more. Put it that way. So anyone that would know that would be like, oh, that, you know, those in the industry or outside of it that know that information would find that interesting. I think there's been a lot of irresponsible practices in the industry. He continues referring to the inherent risks involved in ballooning AAA budgets and team sizes. Some games can make it work. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to make it work. I think we can all say with great confidence that there are plenty of games made with very large teams and for huge amounts of money that don't land. There is a human cost to running things that way. People lose their jobs. God knows how many layoffs there have been in the industry over the last few years. And I do want to clarify on the GTA thing. Even if its story's not good, I have a feeling the gameplay is going to be...
You think so?
They've kept the tried and true formula for so many years, and there's no indication they're moving from that.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. I think some people are worried that they are going to change massive things. I think even people said that they're potentially changing some things. I guess I'll just have to see. I'll have to wait and see. Yep. So
this time next year, actually, yeah, we actually would have been out by now.
Yeah, it would have been out by now.
Next year.
But it's not out now because they wanted to put more polish on it.
Which, you know what? Cool.
They put No Man's Skied it, but like I feel like that's okay.
They did it before it was out.
Oh, here's a funny little extra tidbit not related to this. Mr. Beast has hit 400 million subscribers.
Oh yeah, he did.
Only 600 million to go before he hits 1 billion.
Oh boy.
Wow. If I hit 100,000 subscribers, which I do believe I can do, as long as I continue making content, you know, I'll be happy. But that is insane that has happened for him. So, you know, congratulations, Mr. Beast, for that. Anyway, that was just a silly little tidbit that I wanted to bring up. We can move on now.
Okay. He also questions the need to make games bigger. One of the things that's great about Expedition 33 is it really respects the player's time. It gives them plenty to do, and it gives them plenty of satisfaction, but isn't arbitrarily 500 hours of gameplay. It's impactful because it's scoped correctly. It doesn't have any sense of bloat or extraneous things that are put there just to make it larger and larger and larger. Brevity should be more of a virtue in gaming, he adds. Something that can be better by being shorter. Something that's being discussed in film at the moment. Every film scene needs to be 2.5 hours long. And I think most people are like, can they all be a bit shorter, please? Because we all have other things to do with our lives. And you know what? Yeah. Yeah. There's so many RPGs, especially, that are just so bloated. Like, when you play an RPG, when you're at points, it's like, oh yeah, it's just 100 hours long because it's an RPG. Not every RPG needs to be 100 hours long.
Mm-hmm. Will I show feet at 100K? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. You can mark it right here, right now. I've got man feet, but sure. If you guys really want to see my foot at 100K, I will show you my man feet. I'll make them look pretty though. I'll go get a pedicure, a mani-pedi for my feet. I'll make sure that the hair is cleared away so it doesn't look gross. I'll make the foot like I'll make the 100K worth it. So yeah, you get me to 100K, I'll show feet. Okay? So, help me get there.
So, this comes out on top of an article that came out 2 days ago about Clair Obscur.
Oh, is this the article where they talk about big games and small games?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Just double checking.
So AAA games are extremely expensive nowadays, with games like Mario Kart World or Doom: The Dark Ages pushing 80 at launch, with publishers hoping GTA 6 launches at an eye-watering 100. The developers behind Clair Obscur Expedition 33 are hoping more developers follow in their footsteps and release $40 or $50 titles in an increasingly expensive market.
I know what they're going for here. Like,
Quigley, thanks for the sub. Welcome. I appreciate it. I know that sounds awful to say, but I do. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I really do. I understand what they're going for here. And I agree that we need studios to make smaller projects that are like in the $40 to $50 range. Like, I think that's one reason why I really like Obscura, even though I'll probably never play it, is just because it's a game that like showed people that you can still do that kind of shit, you know? And that's something we kind of really need. Don't show them to Lumi. Yeah. Lumi will love them as well. Don't you, chat? Don't you know that Lumi loves feet? So I'll send them to Lumi as well. I'll even tell her right now.
In a recent interview with Games Industry, Kepler Interactive portfolio director Matthew Andrahan explained that the higher price of AAA games is creating a much more attractive market for cheaper, sensibly scoped games from smaller teams, such as the team who created Expedition 33.
Good night, Star.
I am going to add now that we both know that Silksong is coming this year. It was announced for this year by Nintendo.
I don't know.
Until Team Cherry turns back on that, I'm believing this year.
Oh, holy shit. I'm going to send something to you.
Oh, boy. Anyway, I was wondering if maybe Silksong would be like a $60 game, considering the time it took to develop and the heavy state that the first Hollow Knight was. But seeing stuff like Clair Obscur might make them be like, well, hold on. We might be able to make more out of this if we just charge like 30 or 40.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah. We'll pull it up when we're done here, but that is insane to see that happening. Yeah, that's the first company I've seen that has done that.
That's Ubisoft. Anyway. So, with millions of players and ideas from another game in the bank, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 has been a huge success. As games get more expensive, the brilliant turn-based RPG released with high production value and a story without the needless content bloat of many AAA titles, allowing to launch at a lower than expected price point. I think as that AAA price goes up, I think it creates more of an opportunity to be a launch in games, more sensibly scoped games, and pricing them at that $40 to $50 range. The portfolio director explained, and I don't think anyone that played Expedition 33 would think they didn't get their money's worth out of that. On the other hand, Danfall Interactive COO and producer Francois MizuhanaOshibe explained that there were some backlash due to the cheaper price. When the team revealed the game would launch at just $50, many assumed it would be at an extremely short or questioned the game's actual quality. But they doubled down on the price while explaining that their game simply wasn't AAA. When we announced the price at $50, we did actually have a little of a backlash online with people fearing it'd be a 12-hour long game with unfinished content, and that it was suspicious to have a $50 game that was looking like this in the trailers, the COO explained. MizuhanaOshibe hopes that players' perception can change a bit about that kind of price after the success of Clair Obscur. However, as major AAA games cost more to create than ever before, although the introduction of ray tracing is reducing costs a little, publishers are hoping that Rockstar's GTA 6 ends up pushing the price of games even further. However, Clair Obscur should be a statement for publishers that smaller, dedicated projects could do really well. Unfortunately, just like Baldur's Gate 3, the publishers likely won't listen to the reasons why these games are so successful. And they're right.
Mm-hmm. No, they are 100%.
Oh, wrong one. Ball breaking. Fine. No, they're right. They are absolutely right. And I genuinely think that's the way of things. It's just we need to go back to it takes a while to develop and you're creating good quality content.
Yep. No, I agree. Again, I do think how recently I bought Viva La Dirt League, right?
No.
Okay, so Viva La Dirt League is a Australian based YouTube channel that makes silly little skits, and they're mostly based off of gamer references and stuff. They made a video game based off of one of their longest standing characters in the in their series called Epic NPC Man, and it's literally just an NPC that becomes a hero, and they made a video game based off of it, and it was $20. And it's, I don't think it's done yet. I think they're still working on it, still building it. But for $20, the experience is pretty good. I enjoy what they've put together, and I hope to see more of it. And they included silly little DLC, but it's only $5 for some extra cosmetics. But I thought it was really nice. So I do believe that there is a space for games of that size and that caliber to exist still in today. We just have to be willing to look for it. And we have to be ready to support and celebrate those kinds of things.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Welcome, Reverie. So
hello, Reverie.
We do. Ubisoft made an interesting post.
They did.
This morning. It's okay to take off the mask. Strength and vulnerability are not mutually exclusive. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Here, Chad, I'll show this on my screen.
To reach out to your friends, ask them how they're doing, think of a game together, look out for one another.
Chat, we like Ubisoft again. Ubisoft deserves your money again. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously. But the fact that I feel like we should turn into this talking about Pride Month now, because that I feel like we should be doing that. So Pride Month is canceled to a good chunk of the internet. There's some companies that are still doing the whole Pride Month thing, a couple of them, but a good chunk of companies have no longer cared to update their images. I actually watched a clip by Asmongold where he shows Microsoft, IBM, a lot of the major companies that normally would have changed their pictures by now. They didn't do it. And I think the reason is because a lot of people recognize that the grift of it is over. And it's just I don't care about people who want to be prideful in what they identify in. And in fact, I feel like that's what a lot of people have. For the longest time, they have been we don't care that how people choose to identify. We just don't want it to become an issue for other people's normal standing lives. and I'm going to get called a bigot because I'm trying to say that's not normal. Well, that's not true. But like, what I'm trying to say is that companies did this for as long as they did because it was profitable to them. And now it is not profitable anymore because they are seeing a lot of individuals coming out and saying that they don't agree with the constant messaging. They don't agree that people are constantly having this put in their face. And they're like, okay, we're just not going to put it in your face anymore. So I am of the opinion that Pride Month is quote unquote canceled. I don't really feel like that's a fair thing to say. There's still individuals out there, if that's how you choose to identify, cool. I will say, as I've always said, that I'm of the belief that we really don't need that many holidays to celebrate that many things. Veterans would probably be a rare carve out for that because I want to celebrate people that made sure that my freedom was secured. But I look at this and it's just it's not going to change anything. And I feel like the only reason why Pride Month is quote unquote canceled is because it stops being a moneymaker for them. There's too much backlash. There's too much hatred from the consumer, and all these companies are like, you know what? We're not willing to engage in that anymore. We're not making money anymore off of this, so we're not gonna. It's literally like, if anybody wants the easiest way to explain it, it's just a failed ad campaign. It's a failed ad campaign, and the ad was selling you T-shirts with rainbows on them, and the T-shirts with rainbows aren't selling anymore, so they're not gonna sell them. They're just not gonna sell them. So I mean, it's unfair to say that Pride Month is canceled, but it is fair to say that companies don't care anymore. So, and it is also I think it's fair to say that a good chunk of LGBT people were just tired of it as well. I have friends that are all across the spectrum, the rainbow spectrum, basically, and a lot of them just don't care. What's funny is when I first started talking about Niara, and saying that I was going to talk about them again, I had a couple of trans people come in and say how annoyed they were with Niara because they're just I just really hate it when people go this ham because I feel like I'm a normal person and this is making me feel like I'm all out of the box, or I'm some friends I have literally feel like they're ostracized from the community because they are not willing to be out and proud. So it's just I feel for some people, and I wish that I wish them well and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so it's just Pride Month isn't a thing anymore. If you still want to put a rainbow, what's funny is I wore the rainbow before it was cool. My family did a little bit of tie-dyeing, and so I've worn the rainbow as a thing before people took it over, basically. What spectrum? The rainbow spectrum.
I mean, I've even said it before, rainbows as a natural thing are cool, but I really don't like seeing rainbows anymore.
Yeah, that's sad because rainbows are beautiful. My mom laments about it all the time because she's a hippie. So,
I mean, in design and nature, it's not interesting anymore because it just reminds me of this.
It won't stop pride parades. I disagree. I've already seen reports where people are saying that pride parades were canceled because the turnout was too low. So, I feel like you already kind of have pride parades getting canceled. It's just not for the reasons that you might think they are. Niara's antics made a huge ire for trans reception. I agree. I mean, here's the thing. I don't feel like Niara can outdo Keffals, I would say, in terms of impact for trans people negatively. But Niara definitely is trying to match Keffals, in my personal opinion. Not intentionally, but that's how it feels like they are. They're acting basically. So
yep.
And it's just the way that they choose to act does harm legitimate individuals who really just don't give a shit about this, and they really just man, I want to go get my coffee, I want to go do my thing, go to work, all that kind of shit. I really don't care if people look at me and recognize me differently, So it's just I know a lot of people that just don't give a shit. So, those are the people I pray for. I pray for people like Niara to get a head on their shoulders eventually. But I pray for friends of mine that actually don't care about this, that I feel like actually get harassed. So UK like pride parades here are pretty much closed down city centers. Oh, I bet. Keffels is still the worst. Keffels doesn't exist anymore as like a figure on the internet. They still stream, but they stream to so little people. I don't even know if they stream, and I'm not trying to play a numbers game. I really am not, but I don't even know if they stream to the same amount of people that like. I know they don't, but I don't know if they stream to the same like higher or lower than me. I don't know. Don't forget Joe Cat. Oh, I'm sure that Joe. Oh, you know, I didn't even see if Joe Cat said anything, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I just look at the whole situation and I'm like, well, this is your own fault. You canceled it yourself, and you have nobody to blame but yourself. You know, so.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. Pride is quote unquote canceled, but it's not quote unquote canceled. So, I didn't like it to begin with. Well, we can just say that you are a early trendsetter. Anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to say about it. I don't know if you had more that you wanted to add on to it, but Pride's over. Quote unquote.
Yeah. I do have Arch's post up. We can kind of go over it.
Okay.
So I recognize a few of these, and some of them I don't.
Oh, here, let me pull up what you're showing. Some of these are definitely going to be more recognizable than others.
Like top one here: Twitter, MTV, Spotify.
Yeah, but I don't
Megabytes.
think Twitter had it on last year, did they?
No, because last year was X.
Yeah, so.
But you know, that's still the Twitter icon.
I see Discord. I see an airline
I see
company.
Bank of America. I see Kotaku. Riot.
Let's see.
Hilton.
The ACLU.
Logitech.
YouTube.
Levi's.
Did YouTube change theirs? I don't think they did. Hold on.
YouTube? Where's YouTube?
YouTube's is in there. No, I don't think YouTube changed the app color, or just the color.
Oh, no, there's YouTube.
Huh.
I see Discord, IBM, LinkedIn, PayPal, Bungie.
Oh yeah, definitely got Bungie in there.
PayPal. No, that's
I see Fur Affinity. I hate that I know that they're the Fur Affinity logo. I hate that I know
where's
that
the Fur
that's.
Affinity one?
It's at the lower. It's the paw logo.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, I'm
Are
pretty
you sure
sure
it's
that's
Fur Affinity?
I
That
think
could
that's
also
Fur
be
Affinity.
Naughty Dog.
Is it Naughty Dog? Oh, you know what? You're right. That is Naughty Dog.
I bet it's Naughty Dog.
Yeah, Fur Affinity's logo is somewhat similar.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, like there's so many here that just aren't doing it now.
No.
Or the Occo bonk.
Listen, I only know Fur
I saw that
Affinity.
one, and my first thought was Naughty Dog. The fact that Occo's first thought was Fur Affinity.
I only thought because like I've had to use Fur Affinity to get commissions from artists that only have their prices on Fur Affinity, and I think that is gay as fuck. And you should let me have your prices posted on Twitter.
Or have a website.
The website is Fur Affinity. That's what I'm saying.
No. I mean like a proper website. Not like DeviantArt or Twitter or BGen or I mean like an actual website for yourself. Anyway, doesn't matter. Maybe fix your fucking planes before shilling Pride Month, Boeing. Oh, is Boeing on here? I didn't see Boeing. If I don't know what their logo looks like. Oh, no, there it is. Never mind. There it is. Right here. There's Boeing. So yeah, I don't know, chat. Like Pride Month it's not done. It's not over, but it took a hit this year.
Yeah.
Really took a hit. But oh man, we have potentially one more topic. We can either I can either take this one on my own stream, or we can talk about it now.
What is it?
It is about Persona.
Let's talk about that. I feel like that'd be worth talking about. That's like
Okay.
really one of those just sit and chat kind of deals.
No, yeah, it is. So when it comes to Persona chat, this was the first thing that we saw, and this was like, because like it had been rumored, like we had assumed there had been leaks from Atlas that it was happening, but there was no proper confirmation that it was happening. And then Yuri Lowenthal opened his mouth.
Yes. For those that don't know, Yuri Lowenthal is one of the original actors for Persona 4, Persona 4's dub. He played
Yosuke.
Yeah, he played Yosuke.
For those who don't know that, he is the current voice of the Sony Spider-Man game, Spider-Man.
Okay.
So that's kind of something maybe a little more recent for you all. So he came out and said this, and for those who keep asking, no, I will not be returning as Yosuke for the Persona 4 remake. I asked, maybe even begged, but they don't want me to come back.
And that was basically your confirmation. And I don't think he recognized this at the time, but that's him basically saying that Persona 4 is happening.
Yeah, he flat out confirmed it.
Which if I was an executive, I would have been like, take that down or we're suing you.
Yeah, which is why this is an image.
Did he take it
Just
down?
in case it's gone, this is an image.
Did he take it down yet? Do we know?
I don't know. That's Blue Sky.
Oh. Well, maybe it doesn't matter then because nobody follows people on Blue Sky.
Maybe. Perhaps.
Blue Sky is a shit platform, so, you know.
And there's an article coming up, but I want to get to the pictures, the images first before the article. Amanda Wynn Lee also had people asking her if she was hearing the voice Yukiko in Persona 4 Remake, and she has also said she will not be. So that is now two people, two of the original cast who have opened their mouths. Do we want to make it a third?
Do we have a third yet?
We have a third.
Ooh.
Let me do this. So
Wait,
you
who
all
was
can see
Amanda?
it.
What was her role in the game?
She was Yukiko. She was the end daughter.
Okay. Not really sorry
you're
because
far
she
enough to know
sounds
that.
good.
She also was very pro Vic or Kick Vic.
Oh, never mind. Then I fucking hate her. Sorry, chat.
That's how we can change Akko's mood like that.
Well, listen, I think Vic was fucking screwed over, and I think all the people that were pro kick Vic should also probably get a taste of their own medicine eventually. I'm sorry.
And yes, chat, Yuri Lowenthal is SAG. So it wouldn't matter if he hadn't signed a contract. So considering the fact that they said no means he probably didn't sign a contract. And they found people not in SAG. Anyway, in perhaps the most double-edged remake news in recent history, while it appears that storied Japanese developer Atlas is actually working on a remake of their classic RPG Persona 4, they will apparently be doing so without the help of Yosuke and Chie's respective voice actors. The current voice actor game voice for Spider-Man himself, Yuri Lowenthal, and one half of the Danganronpa series Twisted Junko Enoshima, Aaron Fitzgerald. Lowenthal, who is perhaps best known by readers for voicing Marvel's iconic web-slinger in every one of his interactive digital appearances, beginning with Insomniac Games' Spider-Man 1 in 2018, seemed to blow the lid off of Atlas's current development plans on May 28th. Taken to his Blue Sky account that afternoon, Lowenthal surprised his fans by announcing completely unrelated from any then ongoing conversation. And for those who keep asking, no, I will not be returning as Yosuke Hanamura for Persona 4 Remake. I asked, he added in his now deleted post, maybe I even begged, but they don't want me to come back. Sadly, rather than being the only Persona 4 English dub VA to share a update, Lowenthal's reveal was backed up later the same day by Fitzgerald, the original voice of Chie Satonaka. I'm going to get very nerdy here. That's false. She is not the original English voice.
Really? Did they change it?
So, when Persona 4 came out, because it came out on the PS2, they changed Chie's and Teddy's actors.
Why?
I don't know, man. I think back then it was just they couldn't get them because they were busy.
Because like they redid some lines and they remade new lines for the golden version.
Yes, they did.
Right.
And golden is where Aaron Fitzgerald and Sam Riegel both came in.
Right.
You'll recognize the name Sam Riegel. We watched the video where he was mentioned earlier.
Yes. What is he most famous in again?
He was Teddy in 4. He was the original voice of Alphino in A Realm Reborn.
Oh, that's right.
He's actually a pretty good actor. He does mostly Critical Role now, though. So, he's actually not a bad actor. I actually do like him. And I don't think he opens his mouth, but I also don't pay attention, so I don't know. Anyway. Sharing a gif of the heroine walking forward to save a fellow investigator, whatever. Somewhere, not here, Aaron Fitzgerald likely revealed via her personal Blue Sky account, 2 of them on Blue Sky, shocker, for them asking, I have not been asked to reprise my role as Chie in the Persona 4 remake. Rest in peace, she added, her sentiment punctuated by a string of sobbing emojis. I am blessed to have recorded as many Persona 4 games as I did playing her. Reading both Lowenthal's and Fitzgerald's posts, there are 2 specific points that should stand out to Persona fans. The first is that while many fans presumed such a remake of Persona 4 would eventually follow their previous Persona 3 reload, Lowenthal's breaking out of his unfortunate news marks the first time from anyone directly related to either the game or Atlus has positively affirmed that a remake of the fan favorite PS2 game is actually in the works. If I recall correctly, he beat cancer. Yes, so Sam Riegel did beat cancer. Yes. And that's how it's good. He was gone for like a year or 2. But second, with both Lowenthal and Fitzgerald being cut from the...
Do you know?
I don't know. He made it. It was a video on the it was either his personal Twitter or it was the Critical Role YouTube channel.
Fair enough. Glad he beat the cancer.
It was a while ago that I saw that, so I don't remember. Anyway, it seems like Atlus will be taking a page out of their Persona 3 Reload playbook and recasting Persona 4's entire English voice cast. I have 0 problem with this. The only one I would actually say I want to stay would be Johnny Young Bosch, because he really does not open his mouth and he is friends with Vic.
He's one of the ones where it's just like, I was very inflammatory earlier about VAs. He's one of the few where I'm just like, you know what? I kind of hope that he comes out on top.
Yeah. He probably will. He doesn't open his mouth. Or at least if he does, no one talks about whatever he opens his mouth about.
Yeah.
So, probably good. And while they and their fellow original VAs will likely receive cameos in the remake, as the original cast of Persona 3 save Junpei Iori actor Vic Mignogna did in Reload. Yeah, Vic was the only one not in Reload. I don't know if that was contract-based, they didn't ask him, or they still have their little shit fit over that.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably just he's blacklisted and the agency has him blacklisted, not Atlus. Again, kind of the same idea with Corina.
Fair enough.
Interestingly, should this occur, it would mark Lowenthal's second time receiving said treatment, as he originally voiced Persona 3's protagonist when the game was first localized in 2007. At current, neither Atlus nor Sega have yet to offer any official comment on either Lowenthal or Fitzgerald's post, much less a potential existence of a Persona 4 remake. Further, while it does appear Atlus is recasting as English dub actors, it is currently unknown who, if anyone, is taking the frontrunner for any roles. All in all, while a Persona 4 remake is certainly cause for celebration, this news unfortunately comes with a dark stain in the form of Atlus once again gutting a fan favorite voice cast. Not to mention the fact that if the game ever releases, the internet will have to deal with a brand new, but it's still wholly annoying wave, Naoto and Goro related discourse. Goro Akechi, not Goro, like Goro, you know what I mean. Anyway. I have one concern with the game.
Just Naoto and the other guy.
And Kanji, both of them. Yeah, Naoto
those
and Kanji.
are the only 2 that I'm not excited about.
How far did you make it into?
Not far enough to meet them.
Okay, I just want to know if you had met Kanji anyway. Because if you've seen him, you'll understand what I mean. Also him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have not.
So, yeah.
I have not.
The fact that this is coming out now has me suspicious. Me personally, that's not in the article. They said this this weekend, Friday's Summer Game Fest.
Okay.
Is it possible that they're saying this so people know when they watch the trailer on Friday and they don't hear them? If kind of maybe speaking out of order
Mm-hmm.
and not having permission to be said that until after the trailer appeared.
Right.
Who knows if that is the case or what. But yeah, Summer Game Fest is Friday. So do not be surprised if we see at least an announcement of Persona 4 Remake.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not any voice acting, but just an announcement. We'll see.
We will see for sure. I just hope they don't rewrite anything. If they rewrite stuff, I'm out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't rewrite the main story of the social link. But like, if it's like an NPC, I don't want them to rewrite anything. But if they're going to rewrite something, at least have it be a nobody NPC somewhere. Because it is inevitable they're going to rewrite something. That is the nature of today.
Mm-hmm. Was he the guy that replaced Broly? Yes, he was.
Yes. Johnny Ambosh replaced Broly with Vic's consent.
Pretty much.
Which
I
is
mean, like, I don't
funny.
think it would have mattered, but I think Vic giving it a sign of approval
Well, no, like
helped
he
him.
was already casted for it, but because of them knowing each other personally outside of like that work relationship,
yeah,
he does have Vic's blessing to voice him. So it's not just a casting for the sake of a casting. It actually has some meaning to it. And he's actually voiced Broly for a bit now, and he's actually pretty good at it.
Yeah. That's good, at least.
He probably had training from Vic.
I'm going to say probably.
Hey, Tap, the School Days VA visual novel is getting a remake for PC. I've never played School Days.
Either have I. Oh, excuse me.
The cancer he beat was orphangeal carcinoma, a type of cancer that affects the tongue, tonsils, and soft palate. Ooh.
As a VA, that does seem like something that's massively would affect you, so that sucks.
Yeah. If Naruto is rewritten, it would to be Rainbow. I think it would kill Persona 6. I think if they rewrite either of them, their stories are too important.
They are. For different
if
reasons.
If they change them, that is literally like destroying the story.
It is, because like, even though I don't remember a lot of the story, I know enough to just be like, if they rewrite Naruto, it's fucked, in my personal opinion.
The point of Naruto's arc is just she accepts that she's female. Because she was born female in a world where
men rule.
Yep. So, exactly.
So if they get rid of that, they get rid of the progression arc, and she'll suck.
Exactly. So
that would be bad.
The same way. It's like he's not gay, but he does actions that people consider him to be gay with, like knitting.
Listen, knitting is not gay, all right? I did it all the time as a little kid. I'm gonna knit my future wife a sweater, and that's what I'm gonna propose to her with.
There you go. But
I'm gonna put the sweater around her body as like the ring.
So the point stands is that if they change their characters, it literally destroys their characters in general, and they should just not exist at that point.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all we have for tonight.
Okay.
Well, okay. How much longer are you good to go for? Because we could do a couple more things.
What did you want to talk about?
Well, Night Rain came out this week.
Yeah. Did you want to like do a brief?
Oh, that's gone too.
What?
All right, fine. I have an image because Discord. Yay, Discord. So this is apparently from the devs over at FromSoft. I don't know the legitimacy of this. We'll see. saying several free content updates are planned for the first 6 months after launch. These will introduce new cooperative challenges, weapons, and areas to explore in the nighttime lands between. A dedicated support team will monitor server performance and address connectivity issues that might affect the cooperative experience. This team will work closely with community managers to identify and resolve problems quickly. Good, as it should be.
Yes, Chad, I'm getting kind of tired.
I just kind of wanted to post that, especially now that that's technically been removed, so that there is log of that somewhere.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
We're not going to watch a video of it, but I do want to say that apparently we had some actors confirm Kingdom Hearts 4 this week as well.
Okay.
And they're English American actors. I forget the name of at least one of them, so I'm not going to say their names because they have both removed them at this time. But if that means Kingdom Hearts 4 is already hitting English voice acting stage, that likely means that it is very close. Because studios do not do English voice acting until like one of the last things in development.
Yeah, because they've already got the original voice acting done, and this is...
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually don't think one of them was taken down. So Cody Christensen, or Christian, whatever, either or. He's the voice of Cloud in the 7 remake and 7 rebirth. He did say he is working on something, and in that same video, he posted he had like a little sprite gif of Cloud. So it is assumed he is voicing Cloud again. The question is that we're probably not going to be seeing the final game in the remake trilogy until 2027. So why is he voicing something now for Cloud? And that has led people to believe Kingdom Hearts 4. I don't know how far you got into Kingdom Hearts 2, and plus it's been a long time for you.
It's been way too long, but I just don't care.
Well, one of the big problems with Kingdom Hearts 3 that people had was the extreme lack of Final Fantasy influence. It was like 99% Disney.
Yeah, you mentioned that. And in 4, they're probably just going to say fuck it and bring it back. Is kind of what you are.
Nomura has already come out and said that was a major problem with 3. And he is working to remedy that in 4.
Well, that's good at least.
It already was slightly remedied in 3's DLC. So
they had DLC for 3?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
It's pretty much included with every copy of the game now, so fine.
Well, about Kingdom Hearts 4, they've confirmed some of the VAs, basically.
Where hasn't? The VAs themselves have.
Yeah.
But
unprofessionally confirmed the VAs.
Because this happened the same week as the Persona 4 leaks. So we could very well see a trailer for this at Summer Game Fest.
It's a potential, yeah. No FF characters? No, we're going to get FF characters, chat.
Kingdom Hearts is only capable because of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, pretty much. My apologies, chat. I'm yawning way too much.
All right. Well, because of that, with Akko definitely being done, chat, we are done.
It's not that I'm done. I'm tired. There's a difference.
No, I know. But you get less personable the more tired you get.
I kind of do, yeah.
We've been going for 3 hours and 15 minutes. We did way more than I think both of us expected.
No, it's about the same.
I think we both I think we both expected the Corina stuff to take way longer.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I think that the thing that bothered me is I guess I kind of expected to do a little bit more talking, but like that interview was, that could be real, that wasn't really an interview. That was, hey, let's listen to her talk for a while, and
yeah,
you know,
have played a single Kingdom Hearts game. Was it Kingdom Hearts 3 just modern Disney, or do you think Kingdom Hearts 4 will be modern Disney? I don't know about the Disney side of things, but Nomura himself is way more nerdy than we expect him to be. And I think if it is more modern Disney stuff, it is going to be more sensible. because he even made Frozen better, and he made stuff like Tangled and other shit like that better.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Otherwise, chat. What are you doing next week?
Next week, I got another collab next Saturday.
Okay. How are you? What is the Saturday after that?
I don't know. I'll take a look.
So that'd be the 14th.
I'll take a look because
if you're not, we could do the thing I mentioned.
Yeah, we got talk to Ava about it.
Yep.
Talk to Ava about it. I'll have to look at my book.
Okay. Well, you let me know and I'll mention it to Ava.
I don't like Kingdom Hearts because of the Disney characters. I can't take it seriously. That's fair, I guess.
That's fair.
You know, I can understand that personally. I just didn't ring with it mostly because my nemesis made me just tired of it.
I still like it, but that's because I got into it not because of him.
Well, I didn't get into it because of him. I got into it because I was interested in it, and then the nemesis kind of made it annoying.
Yeah, I didn't let that take effect.
You're different from me, so.
That's fair. So your week is pretty much just the same as this week.
Pretty much. I don't got very many big experiences. And by the way, again, chat, I have a vacation on the 21st through the 27th. I still expect to stream just a little bit. I'm going to be bringing my laptop. Make sure I bring my model as well so that I can stream with it and all that kind of fun stuff. So any of the funds that you donate right now, even though it will take like a month to come back, we're donating for the vacation fund. The vacation fund is now. So that is what you're donating to. Speaking of which, I do have some other super chats to read, which I will go ahead and read right now, unless you wanted, unless you had anything else to go through.
Well, I was going to talk about my next week.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wednesday, we got Repo. As far as I'm aware.
Yep, I brought some new people into the
Yay.
server for that, so
we got new repo stuff. So
yeah, I brought in some cool people, so that's nice.
So repo should be a little bigger this week, chat. Friday is Summer Game Fest, so there'll be no Final Fantasy VI this week, but we will be reacting to Summer Game Fest a little earlier than normal, but Summer Game Fest, you'll get to see me react, and maybe we'll have other people around us. Saturday, haven't decided. No, there should be Baldur's Gate 3 this week. Should be Baldur's Gate 3. And then Sunday's Dogwave.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did the Yippee get ice cream? I think so. I handed her the money, so if she doesn't come back with ice cream, I'll be upset.
Go ahead and read. I'm done with my spiel.
Okay. Let us see here. Mercenary for 5. Not just Twitter, but stores are keeping their Veterans Day displays up or putting up 4th of July stuff early. There's not a single drop of pride anywhere. Yes, that is accurate. And again, like I maintained earlier, it's not profitable for them anymore. So
no.
Avenged for 2. They say opposites attract, and yeah, I guess so. It is good fan art. I just would never try and send that in an email because that would be a bad idea.
No, yeah.
Let's see. Winter of Lame for 2. I guess you're Allura has a taste for squid. You mean Alara, but I guess. Mercenary for 2. Did Arch say Lumi likes hair on feet? I don't know. I don't watch the Archcast very much, so probably. I don't know. And then Mercenary for 2. I only care once people try to force their kids into it, and I agree. The Yippie's gorging on ice cream. If she is, I'm gonna be upset because she's supposed to save some for me. Anyway, that's it. That's it.
One last thing, because I kind of want to make it a bit more obvious. Chat. Final reminder for the stream. I'm trying to hit 500 subs on YouTube. Both partner and to play Resident Evil 7 at chat's request. So you should sub to the YouTube and join the Discord.
Amen.
Otherwise, how about Discordia tonight?
Is she live on Twitch?
Yep.
Why is it not showing me? That might be why. That
Otherwise,
works.
chat, we'll see you on Friday. Oh, never mind. We can't raid.
Are they done?
No, their raid settings do not allow us to raid. We cannot raid.
I can raid.
Oh, maybe it's because I'm not affiliated. I don't know.
There we go.
Never did it.
Well, in that case, chat, no raid.
Use yes, chat really quickly before I leave out. Use MommaOcco 10 Advanced GG. All right, very much appreciated. Some people have already used it, so that's very much appreciated. But if more people would use it and consider going with Advanced, I know that it's not. I know it's not gamer subs, but if you would use Advanced GG when you decide to check out, my recommendations are again the mango one. That was really good sounding. I'm gonna get it tomorrow. I'll tell you guys how it works. Thank you for the follow. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic rest of your Sunday/Monday, and I will see you on Wednesday.
Yes.